Saguaro High School, home of the SaberCats, and the location for round one of the 4A state tournament. The Mingus Marauders, Grand Canyon Region champions, seeded 15th, and will take on number 2, surprisingly, number 2, Scottsdale Saguaro here in the first round of the playoffs. The weather here starting at about 76 degrees at game time, might get down to a cool 72 here in Scottsdale. Along with me near a brand new field here for the SaberCats, Mr. Bob Weir, doing color with me out here today. Doesn't this field look gorgeous?
Oh, it is. This is exciting football down here, 4A football, and this facility would be as good as any 6A team around.
Oh, no kidding. And we're at the top of the stands, which I think we need rappelling equipment to get down, don't we?
I thought I was going to get a nosebleed. We're this high up here.
No kidding. Lots of stand room here, as you would certainly imagine at Scottsdale Chaparral. And the two teams coming in, Mingus finished as the Grand Canyon Region champion, finished 5-5 on the season. Saguaro at 8-2. It's been an interesting year for both of them.
Oh, it has been. You know, I mean, Mingus again, 20 times Grand Canyon champions in the last 26 years. You can't ask for anything better than that. And you're playing Saguaro, you know, ranked in the top 500 in the nation. Lost only two teams in the top 50 in the nation. It's crazy.
Mingus will be looking to go on in the 4A playoffs, making round 2 Scottsdale. The SaberCats here from Saguaro looking for their 5th state title in a row. We'll take a break here from Scottsdale Saguaro High School. Come back for the Viddy's pregame report coming up after this.
Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
If you believe life starts where the blacktop ends, if the power of an engine makes your heart race, don't settle for anything less than Polaris RZR, the ultimate off-road vehicle. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, and unmatched agility, all perfectly combined to help you chase down what matters most. Polaris RZR, we fuel your freedom.
Cottonwood Motorsports, located on Route 260 and Western Drive.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Tune to Verde Valley Television, Channel 56, for locally produced programming for Cottonwood and the Verde Valley. Your home for Yavapai Broadcasting news departments countywide. Cottonwood Council meetings, community events, entertainment, and sports. With a full programming guide at verdevalleytv.com. Enjoy news and information, entertainment, sports, and events with Verde Valley Television, Channel 56.
Welcome to the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 and have pasta, subs, or a specialty pizza delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings. Now let's head back live to the press box for Jackie and Carson.
Jackie Bessler along with Bob Weir here at Scottsdale Saguaro. Almost said Chaparral. Mingus has matched up with Chaparral in so many years over the history. First time that I've seen us against Saguaro in as far as I can remember, honestly. And the Mingus Marauders making the playoffs again with a 5-5 record, a Grand Canyon Region Championship. And Bob, the Mingus Marauders took the Grand Canyon Region title because of a Prescott win over Bradshaw. So Prescott and Mingus had identical records, and of course Mingus had the head-to-head and broke it, and took the record there, which it is absolutely awesome. 20 out of 26 years in a row. That is amazing.
That is just amazing. And you know, when you're rooting for Prescott to beat something, that's pretty cool when it actually happens. So first time we can say thank you, Prescott.
Oh, yeah, actually we've been able to say thank you to the Badgers for quite some time. I'm getting more accustomed to becoming a Badger fan, honestly, believe it or not. Mingus Marauders last week put up a great fight against who is now number 1 seeded Peoria Sunrise Mountain. The Mustangs took down the Marauders 61-34. But it was 27-22 at halftime. The pesky Marauders were hanging around. In fact, Mingus put more points, 34 points up on Sunrise Mountain, more than any other team this year against Sunrise, which I thought was phenomenal.
I do. I just think that was an awesome output. And you know what? It gives them momentum for this weekend.
It does indeed. And Scottsdale Saguaro is definitely going to be similar. They can put the ball up. They can run it. They can do so many different things. Mingus, I think Zabala had his best game of the season, 13 for 20, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mingus ended up with 2 backs going over 1,000 yards in rushing for the year, as Nelson got 92 yards and ended up over 1,000 yards, 129 yards for Tyler Kelly. He needed 120 to get there. He got it done. He also returned a kickoff for another touchdown, averaging 47.5 yards per kick return, which is tied for best in 4A and tied for best in the state. Chaz Taylor ended up with another 107 yards receiving and no turnovers in the game at all. It was a well-played game for both squads.
Well, that's the best part. You know, you don't turn the ball over, you keep yourself in the game most of the time.
Now, the opposite end, Saguaro, you're absolutely right on that. Saguaro put a goose egg up on Cactus Shadows, who beat Mingus by 1 point earlier in the course of the year, 49-0 last week, and they just kind of rolled.
Oh, they did even more than that. I mean, they allowed 26 total yards in rushing.
Jeez.
And, I mean, you know, here Mingus is a rushing team. We're a little bit worried there, but 26 total yards in rushing, 119 in passing, 2 fumbles, 1 interception. They had them 35-0 by halftime and pretty much put it in cruise after that. Their top quarterback, that Max Massengale, is just unbelievable. 216 yards in passing, 3 touchdowns, and then he had another 101 yards in rushing, another touchdown.
He can do it all. There is no doubts about it, and they're expecting him to be a weapon out here tonight and see if Mingus can contain him. Not going to stop him, but contain him is the goal for the Marauders here tonight. Vinny's pregame report, and we want to go through the Vinny's special, the Marauder special. I love this one. $19.99. You get the Vinny's pie, you get the dozen wings, dozen knots to go along with it, and if you go dine in, You're also going to get the 2-liter bottle of Pepsi to go along with it, and you can listen to the Mingus Marauder game as we are bringing it to you here on KYBC. Right there at Vinny's, they're going to play it through, so a shout out to our friends at Vinny's Pizza, and of course that's on 6th Street in the 89A bypass in Cottonwood, and our proud sponsor of our pregame all season long for Mingus Marauder football. And kind of going through the schedules, both teams, both Mingus and Saguaro, although they have played different teams this year and very few teams in common, they've ended up with similar opponent records and power points.
Yes, it has been. You know, when Mingus has been out there doing that, the 58 wins against 40 losses for the teams they played against. That's a tough schedule. It's not just coming out of a region that's real weak like some of them.
Right. No, certainly so. Mingus played the likes of Cactus, Peoria, Sunrise Mountain, Saguaro here tonight, Cactus Shadows. Prescott did well this year. Flagstaff had an up year. So, yeah, 58-38 was our record, but Saguaro, they even had a slightly tougher schedule this year.
Oh, they did. You know, when your only 2 losses are from out-of-state teams, you go up to, up there to Utah, and the thing is, that team's number 50 in the nation, and then you go over to Nevada, and then the 57 in the nation.
Right.
That's crazy, but, they put numbers up, and they played the number 1 team. When they beat Sunrise Mountain, the number 1 team above them, that's kind of weird how to do that, but they beat them 24-21.
Right. In fact, it took a late fourth-quarter field goal for Saguaro to come out on top on that one, which was really interesting. Taking a look at the bracket, Sunrise Mountain bumping up to number 1. That was kind of surprising. That was.
I truly believe so, especially when you beat them head-to-head. That's kind of crazy when they can jump ahead of them. But,
I know. Sunrise Mountain 9-1 on the season. Saguaro comes in at number 2. Higley, we played them too. Number 3, South Point Catholic. Nobody really knows how good they are. They're at number 4. Cactus, the Cobras, at 8-2, ended up at number 5 on the season. Number 8, Cactus Shadows, we played them. Pueblo Magnet will end up playing South Point Catholic, so one of the Tucson teams will be out. Buckeye comes in at 14. Prescott ended up at 16. Mingus ended up at 17, and Apache Junction at 24. However, Mingus and Apache Junction won their regions. You know that means? That means we're bumping. So Mingus ended up seated 15th. Apache Junction ended up at 16th, and they will play Sunrise Mountain to start this out. Marcos Deniza, number 9, will match up with Cactus Shadows, who hung on to number 8. Moon Valley will be at Cactus for a rematch on that one. They're not looking forward to that one. They got shut out the first time those two teams matched.
That's going to be a heck of a game.
Indeed. 2 Tucson teams, Pueblo and South Point, round out the top bracket. Buckeye will take on Higley. That will be a game of quarterbacks. Both of those quarterbacks are in the top 10 in all of 4A and probably in the top 15 in the state between those two squads. So that will be an aerial battle, no doubt.
Yes, it will be, and those are fun games, and that's hopefully here. We don't have that today. Hopefully we can shut them down and put them on the ground.
Catalina Foothills ended up losing their conference, and they'll draw Seton Catholic for their first round. Peoria makes it, and they'll take on Walden Grove, who actually beat Catalina Foothills the last game of the season to solidify one of their spots. And Mingus and Saguaro here rounds out the bottom bracket. So the winner of our game will go on to play Peoria or Walden Grove. However, Mingus being the 15th seed, it doesn't matter which of the other 2 teams win. We're still going to be on the road because the high seed still has home field advantage in the second round.
Well, that's all right, I mean, the Marauders, they love to go into other places and take open the win.
Mingus is very accustomed to being underdogs and will certainly be an underdog here tonight. Scottsdale Saguaro, the Sabercats, the opponent here tonight for the first round of the 4A state playoffs. We'll take a break in our Vinny's Pizza pregame report. We'll return after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 13 years in a row in Cottonwood and 9 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Are you looking for a different approach to healthcare? A place where excellent care is combined with kindness and compassion? If so, welcome to Spectrum. At Spectrum, our approach to healthcare is positively different. From primary care to pediatrics, our staff is dedicated to one thing: you. As a leader in integrated care in Arizona, we treat the whole person because we think everyone deserves to feel better. Spectrum Healthcare, for mind, for body, for all of you.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
The Q102.9 plays all the hits.
Yo, what's going on? This is Trizzy Drake.
Ariana Grande.
Maroon 5.
This is Rihanna.
I'm Shawn Mendes.
Hey,
it's Bruno Mars. Ed Sheeran. What's up, guys? It's Justin Bieber. You're listening to The Weeknd.
Start your day with Brian James in the morning. You'll get at least 10 songs in a row during your ride home with Julie Page.
Zach Sang Show.
Catch the Zach Sang Show weeknights 7 to midnight. And Kelly Fox weekends on your home for hit music. The Q102.9 and 104.9 in Prescott and Cottonwood.
Well, when it becomes lunchtime, a great place to go is Vinny's Pizza. Of course, they've got the 2-slice special. You go in and you get the 2-slice deal for lunch, and you get the free soda to go along with it. A fantastic place to go. 6th Street and the 89A bypass in Cottonwood. Vinny's Pizza, our pregame sponsor. And Mingus has done pretty well. We were talking about 2,000-yard rushers so far this year.
Oh, yes. It's been a great year. You know, you got your quarterback, Antoine. He has been throwing for over 1,000 yards, completed 80 of 145 passes, 9 touchdowns. Can't beat that. And then the rushing. I mean, 2,600 yards. You got 2,000-yard rushers. Tyler Kelly, 1,009 yards and 10 touchdowns. And then you got the junior coming back next year.
Yep.
Alex Nelson, 1,053 yards, 13 touchdowns. And don't forget they got a receiver, Chaz Taylor. That kid, he has been number 7 in the state, 600 and some yards receiving, number 37 receiving, and 6 touchdowns. Just an awesome job right there. We've only had 12 fumbles, 6 interceptions, but defense has been stepping up.
Certainly so. In fact, a couple of shutouts, one over at Coconino recently, and they're going up against the Saguaro Sabercats. Now, this is for real. I mean, you got Massengale coming in with 2,352 yards, 24 passing touchdowns to go along with only 5 interceptions. He's also number 2 in rushing, just under 500 yards on the season. Leading rusher is Bradley with 500 357 yards on the season, but averaging 9.1 yards per carry. They'll rush several people, and they've got 27 rushing touchdowns, by the way. So they like to spread you out and run up the middle is what they really do like to do, and they've got weapons on the outside. Wilson with 850 receiving yards this year to go along with 6 touchdowns, as well as Pettyjohn, primary receiver, 900 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2,400 receiving yards on the season, and they have only lost 3 fumbles and given up 5 interceptions. They've got 12 takeaways to go along with it. So Saguaro is definitely very efficient, and Mingus is going to want to see if they can find a way to get the ball apart from them. Hey, youth football is coming up as well. In fact, that is coming up tomorrow at Mingus Union High School, and tomorrow, if you're watching Verde Valley TV, is Saturday the 4th. And in the Mighty Mite Division starts at 8 o'clock. The PV Hitmen go up against the Baghdad Razorbacks, and that will be for 3rd place. Lobos and Marauders, both from Cottonwood, will play in the championship game.
That's pretty cool. They're going to have a champion right there for sure.
Got to. Now it'll be interesting to see how the Cottonwood fans do okay against each other here. PV Hitman and Wickenburg in the minors division go for the championship game, in the majors division. The Cottonwood Lions and Flagstaff will go in the 3rd place game, and I am that would be, of course, for the majors division. Minors division, as I kind of took these out of order, the PV Hitman and Baghdad go at it for the championship game, and Camp Verde and Chino Valley go for the 3rd place game. And you can catch all of those on Verde Valley TV. Verde Valley TV, Suddenlink, Channel 2 and Cable 1, Channel 56 out here at Scottsdale, Saguaro. Well, I tell you what, we got time for one more break here in the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Looking for the teams to come out on the field. We'll have coin toss coming up, but let me ask you, so far, what do you think? What do you think in regards to keys of the game?
Well, I think, naturally, we got to get the ball turned over. Defensively, Marauders are going to have to take the ball away, and they got to stop Massengale. So if they can stop him, force him to run, I think we're going to have a great opportunity there. And then, again, you got to lean on your 2,000-yard rushers, and that powerful offensive line, I believe, is going to move them down the field there and hit them early. Get them worried. That's the best part.
One of the greatest drives I saw all season long against Sunrise Mountain actually was the first Mingus Marauder drive of the game. 7.5 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. A lot of it on the ground, but a little bit of mixture back and forth between the pass and run, and scored the touchdown and got the 2-point conversion. So 8-0 is the way that game started with 7.5 minutes off the clock. And I think the best way to defense the Saguaro offense is keep them off the field.
Oh, yeah. You can't let Max touch that ball. That guy is going to be phenomenal. But, put him on the bench, keep that ball the whole time. They only need one drive. You only need one touchdown to win it. You can even settle with a field goal.
That is true. It has been rumored 9 D1 players on the defensive side for Saguaro. 9.
That's gonna be a tough one, but that offensive line, they're gonna do their job tonight, and those running backs, I think we're gonna be all right.
Certainly so. Well, the teams are starting to come out on the field. Saguaro is heading down toward their tunnel to do their dramatic entrance, and let's go ahead and take a break here in the 4A State Playoff Round 1. The Mingus Marauders on the road at Scottsdale, Saguaro. We'll be back after this.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
This has been the Vinny's New York Chef Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 for pickup or delivery and have delicious pasta, subs, or a specialty pizza ready to go by game time. Vinny's Pizza, located at 516 East Highway 89A in Cottonwood, or call them at 646-3333. We'll return for kickoff right after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Well, the Scottsdale Saguaro Trumpet Quartet out there doing the national anthem to get us underway here at Scottsdale Saguaro, home of the Sabercats. Now in the gray uniforms with the white helmets, white socks, heading down to run through their tunnel. Few of them cheating and not going into the back, just going straight into the front. Are you allowed to do that?
You know, I think when you're number 2 in the state, you might do what you want to on your home field.
Probably so, going for their 5th state title. Once again, 5th state title in a row are the Saguaro Sabercats, and they're, let's see, Massengale will be one of their captains out here, number 38. Or that's 68, 34. They're Joshua Bradley, their running back, will be one of the captains out there. Number 68, Ruben Pimbert, who is their center.
Yep.
And number 2, one of their leading receivers, Zach Wilson, will represent Scottsdale Saguaro out there today.
Martin Soria. Tyler Kelly.
So Tyler Kelly, Soria out there as captains for the Mingus Marauders. Valenzuela and trying to catch it. Looks like Huey at the end. Captains for the Mingus Marauders as we're getting just about ready. I had to bring out the higher powered binoculars, being up as high as we are.
You got a view from up here. I mean, I'm glad the numbers are pretty big on their uniforms up here for me.
No kidding. Mingus in their away uniforms, the white with the red pants, the white socks out here, and of course the silver tops, silver caps I should say, the helmets, and a beautiful field out here. Now, you know something about fields. How do you get the dark green, light green effect on a fake field?
Well, you know, you got a guy that forgot to do the coloring on the right side, so he put a little more green on the first one, got tired and ran out, and about every 5 yards or 10 yards he had to change it and fill it back up, it looks like.
So it's all about school budgets, isn't it?
Well, that's it. You know, Scottsdale's got a little bit more budget than some of us, so that might be part of the reason. But I mean, the Sabercats and the Saguaro in the end zone is just pretty nice.
Well, the Mingus Marauders won the toss and have elected to defer, so they'll get the ball first in the second half and will kick off to one of the highest powered offenses in the state of Arizona. You made mention that they are ranked in the top 500 in the nation, and that is, of course, is according to Max Preps. 565 is their national rank, and they have done a phenomenal job this season. They have not given up very many points, I'll tell you that. They have done a phenomenal job defensively all season long.
They are a nice-looking team right there, you know, coming out with the Arizona flag in their hands. I mean, you know, a little bit of pride there, but you know, when you got the silver and the beautiful red over there, it could be a good game tonight.
Certainly so. Mingus, of course, like I said, made accustomed to being the underdog for years and years and years, starting the playoffs as the underdog. Will do so once again, and I think it really helped playing Sunrise Mountain last week.
Well, you know, when you play the #1 team and get you ready and you put in 34 points, you can't beat that. So they know they can play with anybody in the state right now.
Certainly so. And Mingus obviously is going to have to get their offense together. Keys are going to be defensively out here as Rodriguez will bring the ball out and get ready to kick off here for the Mingus Marauders to get underway here with our 4A state playoffs.
It's going to be a good one. Looks like going deep back there. It's going to be number 8 for Saguaro.
Number 10 and number 8, Logan Pettyjohn and Connor Soeli.
Pettyjohn, one of the top receivers, number 5 in the state right now with receiving yards.
Messingale, their quarterback, by the way, in the top, I believe in the top 7 in quarterbacks this year in 4A, and Rodriguez will pooch it, kick it up underneath. It'll be taken short by number 3. It'll bounce to the outside. They'll catch him and able to bring him down. He's still on his feet, hopping, trying to get away. He'll get back close to the 35-yard line is LaRae Lucas.
That was a nice little defense right there. The nice tackles, are about 6 of them on the ball carrier right there at the end.
That's going to be key for Mingus, is going to be the group tackling effect. They're going to officially mark the ball at the 34-yard line, and ladies and gentlemen, we are 8 seconds into the round 1 of the 4A state playoffs. Pimbert, the center, will be snapping to Massengale, who I expect is going to be in shotgun for most of the game. Bradley's in the backfield with him. 3 receivers tripped to the near side. There's the snap, and looking to throw. They throw quickly, and it's going to be Wilson. Wilson covered and will gain about 7. Tackle made by Chaz Taylor.
Yeah, nice job right there. Also a little gang tackle and had 3 guys on him there. That was nice.
So quickly, Mingus had to jump on that very quickly to get back and create the tackle. So 2nd and 2, we are just underway. Scottsdale Saguaro with the ball at their own 42-yard line. There's the snap. The quarterback does keep it and close to the first down, but stopped. It's going to depend on the spot. The spot to the near side shows him short, and Mingus converges on the quarterback keeper.
That was a nice job right there. Looks like they're about a yard short there, maybe 2. That defensive line sure is hitting the offensive line hard up there.
Well, that's going to be a key at controlling that line, no doubts about it. Massengale, 1 back in the backfield. The read option last time. We'll see if he hands off this time, and he does. Skipping to the outside is Bradley. He picks up a first down, stays on his feet, and gets close to midfield. Needed 1 and gained 5.
Nice job, number 44 in there on the hit for the Marauders.
Kendrew Streck, leading tackler for the Mingus Marauders this year, picking up right where he left off last game. So 1st and 10 for Saguaro. They've got the ball at their own 47-yard line, going from right to left across your radio dial. Now he's got 2 Sabercats in the backfield with him. Massengale puts 1 into motion. There goes Wilson. There's the handoff. They do hand off. Mingus is able to collapse on it. And Bradley picks up 5 just off tackle right-hand side.
Strack with the hit there again, also at the end. They're manning up on the corners over here. They're playing a little man with the wide receivers. These guys so far looking nice and tight with them downfield.
Well, it's going to be 2 against 2. Soria covering Wilson out here tonight. And That's a tough draw for Soria, the senior from Mingus Union High School. One man in the backfield. Massengale takes a snap, looking to throw, throws to the near side. He has a man. It's going to be Wilson. Wilson stops, tries to get out of the way. Soria able to cover him up, but Wilson scampers away for a 9-yard gain and another SaberCat first down at the Mingus Marauder 38.
They sure did open that one up. He was giving a little bit of a cushion there on the end, but he came up nice and did stop him from trying to get away in that open field.
Just underway, 9:35 left to go in the first quarter. First drive of the game. SaberCats looking to strike. They throw downfield. It is caught. And down inside the 18-yard line. No, inside the 19-yard line. And it's going to be a 19-yard pass play. And going downfield was number 7. That was that Giovanni Miranda?
Yes, it was down there. Senior. 214-pounder, had some wheels on that one.
He broke away for his first reception of the game. There's the snap, and a quarterback keeps it, tries the middle, and Mingus stuffs it up.
That was a nice little push right there by Alex Nelson, got him in the backfield.
They're going to give him progress back to the line again. No, they're not, are they? Are they going to move the little marker with the number? No, they're not, so no gain. Thought he was going to. He leaned. We had a marker lean on that one is what we did. Quarterback takes the snap, throws to the near side, little bubble screen, and great blocking scheme.
Oh, man.
And into the end zone for the 19-yard touchdown goes, well, the touchdown leader for this squad, Logan Pettyjohn.
Going a little quick offense right there on that. Just no stop and then right back into it.
Little bubble screen with good blocking downfield. In fact, when you've got a tackle blocking your cornerback, that means that somebody certainly got up and got downfield. So 4 for 4 was Massengale on the first drive. 1 touchdown, and that going to Pettyjohn for 19 yards. Extra point attempt out there.
Joseph Zepp on there to kick it. Number 16.
There's the snap. It looks good. It's up and long enough, straight enough, and good. So Saguaro strikes first against the Mingus Marauders. 8:44 left to go, first quarter. The SaberCats on top over the Mingus Marauders, 7-0. Mingus gets the kickoff coming up after this.
Printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Rock Zoo your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at ROKZooTees.com. Rock Zoo Screen Printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Zepp added the extra point for the squad from Scottsdale Saguaro. A bunch formation now, and now they're going to spread out into a normal kickoff. And, well, Mingus has got a weapon back there. 3 return touchdown kickoffs from Tyler Kelly. We'll see if he gets an opportunity here against the number 2 team in the state.
I'd love to see him kick it to him.
Here's the kickoff. It is deep, and it's going to drive Kelly back into the end zone. He'll catch it, but not returnable in high school football. If you catch it with both feet in the end zone, it becomes an automatic touchback. And in high school football, that is a weapon when you can kick touchbacks.
Oh, it is, and that guy had a leg right there. I mean, he kicked that with this nice stride. It could be a long night if he's not returning any balls right there on that kick.
So Mingus is going to have to drive the field here, starting at their own 20-yard line. And taking a look out there, looks like Tyler Hardy's getting a opportunity at guard, and Zabala gets covered up. Waited just a tad bit too long to get rid of that one, and he will get sacked. And he'll take a 5-yard loss back down to the 15-yard line.
They did have some pressure right there coming to the 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. They did send them there.
So sack starts the offensive game for the Mingus Marauders. Did you catch a number on that sack?
That was Jaden Swink. Number 52 had the sack. Junior. 250-pounder down there on the line.
Now under center is Zabala. He'll take the snap, hand it off. Mingus driving forward, and they'll get part of it back. Tyler Kelly gets the carry and picks up 2.
A big hit. There are about 3 linemen in there, and the linebackers did blitz in there. Number 52, Swink, is in there again.
Third down and 12 for Mingus.
They're going to give him 3 yards on it, actually. 3rd and 12 for the Marauders. And see if they can get something going out of their own end zone. You certainly don't want to give the ball back to Saguaro very quickly. They got Chaz Taylor on the near side. They're going to go trip Soria and Nelson out to the near side. And zero coverage out here, and it is going to be a pass play. It's going to be Kelly trying to get around the corner. He's up close to the first down marker. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. And Bob, this brings up a decision. You are certainly an underdog. Do you go for it on 4th and 1 at your own 29?
You know, I don't know. At this time, I think you got to go. That was a nice little swing pass there. Alex Nelson had a nice block down there on him, also helping him out.
Needed 1 more yard to make this a non-issue, and Mingus does look like they are going to go for it on 4th down. And if they do, then Boys and Girls Club will get games of bowling from our friends at Cliff Castle Casino. The quarterback dive as Zabala dives forward quickly, and we're going to have a timeout.
It looks like where they're at.
See if they're going to measure or they're going to move the chains.
Got the one chain guy over there. He's moving it up. He believes it's a first. That was a nice quick snap right there by Zabala.
So Zabala gets the first down by putting the head down, and it is barely touching that white line at the 30-yard line, but Mingus will take it. Single receivers on both sides. Nelson in motion, looking for somewhere to go. Downfield, ball is up, and it is thrown well, as it was intended for Tyler Kelly. Defensively playing is Brandon Shivers at the quarterback position. That was pretty well covered.
Yeah, he kind of had the inside on him right there and kind of kept blocking him out. It's a nice little play right there. It was a nice little chance to go downfield and give him a chance to say, you know what, we're not just going to run it. You got to be ready for our long ball.
Trying to spread it out just a little bit, get the safeties off the line of scrimmage, certainly. Mingus comes back in to a tight formation, double tight formation now, one back in the backfield, and that's going to be Kelly. Zabala takes the snap. It's going to be Nelson with the ball. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage as a couple of Sabercats shot through that line of scrimmage.
Number 43, Cameron Smith, blew through that line right there and tripped him up.
Brings up 3rd down for Mingus High School.
So 3rd and 10, Nelson gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that is it. Mingus with a first down, and now looking at another first 3rd and long. We're able to complete a fourth down conversion here momentarily, or a couple of moments ago. I formation for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap, and there's going to be a flag coming in as Kelly on the carry will pick up 5. And we're going to see what the flag is.
I wasn't quite sure what that was. Nice little push there on that line there.
Well, 4th and 5 is certainly preferable. They've actually got the ball at the Mingus Marauder 34-yard line. If you're just joining us, 5:32 left to go in the first quarter. Mingus, their first drive of the game, but trailing 7-0. And it is going to be a block below the waist.
Saguaro declines the penalty.
And Saguaro will decline the penalty, bringing up 4th and a long 5, maybe 6.
Looks like back there deep to receive for the Sabercats, number 10, Logan Pettyjohn.
He's a weapon back there, no doubt about it. Chaz Taylor looking to punt, and there's the punt. It's heading toward the sideline and will go out of bounds, and we'll see where they're going to mark it out of bounds. Should be close to the 40-yard line. And he's going to mark it at the 41-yard line. You remember The Price is Right, Bob?
Oh, I love The Price is Right.
You
Bob?
remember that little mountain climber?
Yes.
Yeah, that always reminds me of the zebra when he's walking down the line marking where the punt went out of bounds.
Yeah, they kind of got a little rhythm up there, kind of bouncing up and down, and I'm hoping he stops soon. He went one more than I think they got it there, but that's all right. We'll start at 41.
Saguaro, the SaberCats, will indeed start at their own 41-yard line, leading 7-0 over the Mingus Marauders. One man in the backfield, trips to the short side of the field on the far side of the field. Massengale in the backfield, he puts a man in motion, and they look to hand it off, and Massengale's going to keep it himself. Streck catches him from behind, and a big hit put on at the end by the Mingus Marauders.
It looked like a fumble out there. Number 23 recovered it.
So that is only the second fumble Massengale has had this season, as Streck grabs the ball, knocks it out, and the Mingus Marauders keep it from him, and Cole Phelps will cover it up, and Mingus has got the ball in Saguaro territory at the 48-yard line.
And we'll take that. We put Massengale on the bench for 3 minutes last time. Let's see if we can grind out another 5 minutes, or at least in this quarter. That was a nice hit right there. It was a 3 of them holding him up while they stripped the ball. Phelps did a nice job of keeping his eyes up, because I think even the officials weren't even looking down there at the football.
Well, I missed it, but Streck with the strip. Mingus with the ball, looking to throw it, and coming across the top, and holy cow, number 52 aimed high on Zabala, and I'm glad he got down.
Yeah, and Giovanni Miranda was in there too, coming in hard. Line was doing the best they could there, hold him off, but man, that did. He come in hard there, number 53, did a roll off, so spin off and came in right there.
7-yard loss on the sack for the Mingus Marauders. Second sack on Zabala here tonight, who is 1 for 2, 11 yards. And in a wing position, Mingus takes the snap and hands it off. It's going to be Soria trying to get to the outside and able to catch him behind the line of scrimmage, as he'll lose 2 yards, unable to get past the speed of the Saguaro SaberCats.
Yeah, that Mr. Miranda, that Miranda's got some wheels coming off the outside linebacker there. He came up hard. They sure are, that off defensive line. They are putting the pressure on the lineman right there. They're almost have to double team number 52 Swink in there.
I take your choice. Can we double team them all?
Well, right now he's been a force, but Miranda comes in hard off that linebacker spot outside.
Mingus with trips to the far side of the field, put a man in motion, and they're going to run up the middle. It's going to be Tyler Kelly. He's got a little bit of room and then caught, and he'll pick up about 4 to the Mingus Marauder 47-yard line, but that's still going to bring up 4th and long, a 4th and about 15.
Clayton Randall with the hit right there for the first initial hit on Taylor.
He kept pushing, and even when he was down, he kept trying to go forward. He's got one speed. Tyler Kelly's got one speed.
That's it. You know, they're starting to fill the box in down there. They're starting to put 5 or 6 guys down there on the line.
Second punt, and Chaz Taylor punts this one, and it's going to go straight to the sideline and out of bounds, and we'll see where Mr. Mountain Climber marks this one, and it is going to be at the 39-yard line, so it ends up being a 13-yard punt by Chaz Taylor, and Saguaro take over pretty much where they were last time.
Yeah, that little mountain climber, they were off that price by quite a bit. I thought he was going to quit stopping walking up through there. The chain guy didn't have to mind much. He just pretty much stayed right where the first down marker was.
Right, yeah, just the guy with the little board had to switch.
Well, we did take a couple minutes off the play clock right there at least. So we get another strip here. We talked about the keys. You got to be able to knock that ball loose.
Mingus trailing on the scoreboard, but winning in the takeaway column. They've got one fumble recovery. There's the snap. Massengale's looking to throw, throws to the near side. He's got Wilson, as Huey will push him out of bounds. And Wilson will gain about 8. Mingus being real careful on not letting anybody get behind him, and they're giving up the flats up underneath.
Yeah, nice job there. Huey pushing him out of bounds.
8 yards on the reception, 2nd and 2. Scottsdale Saguaro at their own 46-yard line. Massengale looking to take the snap. He does, looking to throw. He's got a wide open man downfield. They capture him, but Pettyjohn gets down to the 37-yard line of the Mingus Marauders.
Hugh with the tackle again in there, covering him across the right there, along with number 23. Look like Phelps.
That slant is slicing through the Mingus Marauder defense out there. So Pettyjohn's got 2 receptions for 36 yards so far.
You know, the SaberCats, they do have some wheels.
Speed is an abundant option and thing out here at Scottsdale Saguaro. Messenger takes the snap. He's got time to throw, goes downfield. Got Pettyjohn just a tad bit too far and overthrows him.
Right off the fingertips right there. Had a nice little coverage there by Huey, though. He was just right on him.
First incompleted pass out here by Massengale. 2:29 left to go, first quarter. Mingus trailing the number 2 team in the state, 7-0. So putting up a fight out here. One man in the backfield. They've got receivers, twins to the far side. Quarterback looks to throw, throws up underneath. It goes to Pettyjohn. Pettyjohn loses the ball though, and we're going to see if he was down or not. Pettyjohn is down, and he's having trouble getting up a little bit. Sabota comes over and helps him up, and he's going to need to come back out. He got sandwiched by the Mingus Marauders out there. Big hits. Mingus will definitely hit.
Yeah, that was Marcos coming in there, Valenzuela. That was a beautiful hit on the backside.
So first down with another 12 yards as the ball is just inside the Mingus Marauder 25-yard line. Massengale looking to throw, and Josiah Bradley with the run off tackle to the right-hand side, and he'll pick up a pretty decent gain of about 5 on first down.
Yeah, Cole Phelps, he's playing all over the field. That was a nice stop right there by Mr. Phelps, 23. He's back in there on the passes. He's a man that's been running all over the field doing aggressive hitting out there.
They give him 6 on the first down carry, and Massengale taking his time out there. Still has Bradley in the backfield with him. Trips to the near side, one receiver to the far side. There's the snap, and they do hand it off, and Mingus will capture it in the background, and that's going to be Tyler Kelly with a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that was a beautiful job. Good pressure in right there by Mr. Kelly.
So a third down as Tyler Kelly gets in, breaks down, stands his ground against the 210-pound running back from Scottsdale Saguaro, and a 3rd and 7 now for the Saguaro SaberCats. There's the snap, and quarterback's looking to throw. They will throw the little bubble screen, and it's caught by Mingus as Pettyjohn came around and he found Gronk right in his grill out there with Tyler Kelly.
That was a beautiful job. They were trying that little screen pass again, that little round in, and they did read that one nice.
And yet they still gained 1 yard on it, and it was Tyler Kelly with the first contact. As the first quarter coming to a close here, 43 seconds. They will have at least one more play here in the first quarter. As Massengale looks to the sideline now, looking to see if Mingus will jump offside at 4th and 6, and they will now call a timeout. We're going to take a break with 31.2 left to go. Saguaro leading the Mingus Marauders 7-0, 4th and 6 when we come back. Takes a timeout facing 4th and 6 from the Mingus Marauder 20-yard line, just barely outside the red zone. Mingus trailing 7-0, trying to keep it right there and get a turnover on downs. 2 receivers to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Messenger takes the snap, looking to throw, throws downfield. He has a man. Wilson avoids a tackle.
Yes.
And we'll see if he got out of bounds, if he is short, or if the Mingus Marauders will get the ball back. It looks like the ball is at the...
Right about the line of scrimmage there?
Yeah, it's going to be the Marauders' ball. He needed 6, he got 5. Mingus got him out of bounds, and it's a turnover on down, so Mingus will get the ball back at their own 16-yard line.
That's a great defensive stance right there. I mean, they did have their back against the wall. They came up and held on that side over here.
A good hold as Zach Wilson, actually Massengale, had to hold the ball. That was his third read. He did not have anybody to throw to, and it was downfield. In fact, Wilson wasn't particularly open. He just happened to be the most open. Athletic ability got him the reception, but he wasn't able to pick up the first down as he was the third option up underneath. Mingus hands off, coming near side. It's going to be Alex Nelson. Nelson past the 10, out to the 12. 6 yards on the carry on first down, and here come the Marauders.
That's a beautiful run right there, and Connor Soley stepped up in there and saved it. I thought he was going to break free. Nice job on the line kicking that defensive end out.
Nelson is elusive, especially when he's got breakaway speed here as the first quarter comes to an end here. The Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard shows that Mingus is hanging on with the number 2 Scottsdale Saguaro, trailing 7-0. Mingus will have the ball back for 2nd and 4 when we return for quarter number 2 after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 13 years in a row in Cottonwood and 9 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Here goes Mingus on 2nd and 4, and Kelly dives forward, goes through the 4-hole on the right-hand side, picks up 5, needed 4. So first down Mingus, their second first down of the game at their own 27-yard line.
So far, a nice play. It's 2 drives, 2 runs, and a first down.
They're going to give it to Nelson. Nelson cuts up underneath, and the power works for 6, maybe 7. Mingus concentrating on keeping the ball on the ground here, and the offensive line doing their job at the moment. And a good first down gain of about 6.
That's a nice block down there. Number 44, Drew, had a beautiful job. He was leading the way. I see him knock down two Sabercats on his way through there with Nelson behind him.
I've seen him knock down 2 coaches just on the way to water.
He was going through there. It was a nice little lead block there.
Here come the Marauders. Double wing, 3 men in the backfield now. This is a different look for the Mingus Marauders, and they hand it off. Kelly tries the right-hand side and wheels his way forward and wills himself to a first down with another 5-yard gain.
That was a nice run right there.
Bounces it to the outside and able to run through a couple of tackles and through a Sabercat nonetheless.
Yeah, Max Moreno, that was a lead blocker there, number 70. He was knocking some Sabercats down.
Tell you what, Moreno has been just a student of the weight room.
Oh, he is. I mean, he right there at center. He made some moves right there.
Leading the way for the Mingus Marauders for that offensive line. As there's the snap, and looks like the quarterback's going to throw. He's got a man downfield, throws it up top, and just barely over the outstretched arms of Chaz Taylor. Triple covered, but he looked like the little pin when you're sewing. He was just barely out in front.
Yeah, he was making a nice step right there. A little longer fingers, he'd have had that one. They were just right off the edge of it. That would have been a beautiful play right there. 3 defenders on 1, and he was still close to the ball.
9 of these defensive players for the Saguaro Sabercats, from what I hear, D1 prospects or D1 ready. And so the Mingus Marauders certainly fighting a tough fight out here. They're going to hand the ball off. Nelson cuts back up underneath and gets what he can across the 40-yard line out to the 41. That's going to bring up 3rd and maybe 7 for Mingus.
Tackle again there at number 44 for the SaberCats by Clayton Randall. They're putting in 4 on the line, and they're running those 3 linebackers right up in the middle hard right there, and he's still able to get some nice yards.
Well, when you load the box, obviously you want to try to find a way to get to the outside, and that takes speed. Mingus 2 actually trips to the near side for the Mingus Marauders. Put a man in motion. There's the pitch, and it hits the ground. Soria trying to pick it up, and it is going to be picked up by the SaberCats, and he trips him up. Number 43 picks up the fumble recovery. Soria, the pitch never got to him, and he tried to get the candy hop, and it didn't come back to him.
Yeah, that was Cameron Smith. Picked it up and returned it about 20 yards on that play.
So a tough break for the Mingus Marauders. A fumble sets up the Scottsdale Chaparral SaberCats, Saguaro SaberCats, with a short field at the Mingus Marauder 19-yard line. And so the turnover ratio is now equal, 1 fumble apiece for the 2 squads.
Yeah, see if our Marauder defense can stand up. Last time they did. They held them 4 downs inside the 20, and see if we can do it again.
Here come the guys in gray. That would be Saguaro, 9:29 on the clock, 2nd quarter. Massengale looking to run. He's going to try to the outside, cuts up underneath, finds a lane, and Massengale picks up 5 on 1st down.
That was number 23, Phelps, in there, along with number 44. Hit him down low and stopped him up, and Phelps finished it up for the Marauders.
So 2nd and 5 from the Mingus Marauder 14-yard line. 2 receivers to the short side of the field, 1-on-1 here to the far side of the field. Massengale's got 1 man in the backfield. There's the snap. They put a man in motion. Number 3 with the carry up the middle and breaks through for the 14-yard touchdown. And that is a different back. That is Lorraine Lucas running the ball, 5'8", 198 pounds.
Yeah, he was led there by number 55, Carter Colzell. He had some hits down there, and he did seal that linebacker off for him to break through.
So that puts up the SaberCats up 13-0 here with 8:50 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Zep on for the extra point, and looking for the snap. There's the snap, good snap. Oh, Mingus almost got to it, and it is up and good. Coming like a bat from the right-hand side was Cole Phelps. I thought he had a shot at it. 14-0, round 1 of the 4A state playoffs. Mingus trailing the number 2 team in the state, the number 565th team in the nation, Scottsdale Saguaro. Will return for kickoff after this.
The Q102.9 plays all the hits.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Ariana Grande.
Maroon 5.
This is Rihanna.
I'm Shawn Mendes. Hey, it's Bruno Mars. Ed Sheeran. What's up, guys? It's Justin Bieber. You're listening to The Weeknd.
Start your day with Brian James in the morning. He'll get at least 10 songs in a row during your ride home with Julie Page.
Zach Sang Show.
Catch the Zach Sang Show weeknights 7 to midnight. And Kelly Fox weekends on your home for hit music. The Q102.9 and 104.9 in Prescott and Cottonwood.
Well, Mingus will get the ball back for the 3rd time in this game as Parker Lewis will do the kickoff. He is a sophomore for the Scottsdale Saguaro squad. Back for the Mingus Marauders is going to be Soria and Kelly, and it is high, it is deep, it is returnable. It's going to be Soria. Oh, they're going to say touchback.
And he was just right on the edge of that end zone. I do think that both feet, when you made that back step to get that lead, it did put 2 inside the end zone, darn it.
That is a bummer for the Marauders here, because he had run the ball back to the 18-yard line without any resistance, so probably would have gotten past the 20.
Oh, you know, and there was some nice blocking there. I think he could have got up to the 35 or better before they even touched him.
Mingus will get the ball back again. Zabala 1 for 3, 11 yards. Tyler Kelly leads the Mingus Marauders in rushing with 5 carries and 21 yards, and he's back in there at fullback for the Marauders, and they're going to give it to him up the middle. And the trap play is going to be a gain of 1 for the Marauders. So 2nd and 9 from their own 21.
Yeah, Jaden Swink, number 52, was in there again on that one. He did get some push inside the line.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get some radio time out here.
You know, 6'2", 250 pounds. He's been a load right there.
Holy cow, that's an 1/8 of a ton. Holy cow. I can bench press that. I need 6 tries, though. Nelson gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. The linebacker comes streaking in and takes Nelson down for a 3-yard loss.
That was Smith, Cameron Smith in there. He shot that gap pretty hard.
Loss of 4 yards on the play.
So 2nd and 12 now for the, or pardon me, 3rd and 12 for the Mingus Marauders from their own 18-yard line. We'll see if Saguaro changes defenses out here. Obviously, they've been playing against the run. See if they drop back 2. They go back to a cover 2. 2 men deep at the 29-yard line. Mingus with 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back in the backfield. Zabala looking to throw. He's got to get it up, throws it out, and it is almost intercepted. It was well read out there by Lucas as he went to where the pass pattern was actually going for Chaz Taylor.
Yes, that was. I thought he was going to get us. Oh, man. Good thing he was a little bit shorter right there. We could have had another pick 6.
Well, Zabala tried to find that zone, that's open space in the zone, but the zone started moving out on us out there, and Chaz Taylor back for the Marauders to punt once again. And is a good snap, and he'll put the punt up, a decent punt, but it is returnable. This one coming the opposite way and turning the corner, and there is a flag, but he gets the ball back to the 32-yard line. Was Pettyjohn with the return. If it were to stand, it would be about a 20-yard return out there for the receiver from Saguaro, but the flag is right there at the 30-yard line. That's usually some sort of blocking infraction.
Yeah, it was a nice job by senior John Huey right there, stopping him.
Jordan Huey, number 9. A lot of seniors playing, and obviously when you are a senior and you're playing in a playoff game, every tick of that clock, you know, comes closer and closer to the end of your high school career.
That's it. You know, you're going to give everything you can because you never know, and these seniors they're doing a beautiful job out there tonight. And I'm pretty impressed with the defensive backs. They got them manned up with these kind of receivers, and you know what? They're not giving them a lot of room. Keeping them in front, that's the best part, not giving away that big play.
Here comes Saguaro. They're going to do trips to the short side of the field, which is kind of interesting the way you line up that way. Massengale taking his time, looking at the defense, puts a man in motion, and it's going to be the jet sweep. No, it's going to be a keeper as they fake the jet sweep, and Massengale keeps it himself for 6.
Drew in there on the tackle, number 44 from the Marauders.
You want to just record that so you don't have to keep saying it?
Oh, between him and Phelps, they've been all over the place. Phelps was in there in the assist.
It's kind of the way Mingus designs things. 2 receivers to the far side now, and 1 to the near side for Massengale, and he'll take the snap, looking to throw. He's going to go downfield, has a man, and he is open for the touchdown as he beats his man downfield. A 36-yard pass play. Goes down to, I believe that was number 2 with the reception, which is going to be Zach Wilson.
Yes, he did have a step on him right there. He made kind of a little bit of an out and then up right down to the post in the center.
Saguaro takes a lead of 20-0 with 6:40 left to go in quarter number 2. The ensuing extra point. We're waiting for this. Mingus had a chance to block the last one. There's the snap, good snap, and good hold. The kick is up, and good. 21-0. The SaberCats take a lead, working with a short field against the Mingus Marauders. Will return for kickoff coming up after this.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Mingus looking for a way to scrap back into this one. Down by 3 scores now. Second quarter action, 21-0. And hoping for an opportunity for a return. 2 touchbacks so far here from Saguaro's kicker, and this one is high, it is deep, and it is going to be in the end zone just barely. That's just teasing.
That is, you know, I guess that's one way to keep the #1 kick returner out of the game right here, darn it.
Mingus will set up at the 20-yard line, and that's frustrating. Kelly obviously saw that one up and saw that he could catch it, caught it, looked down, and he was what, a yard and a half into the end zone?
Oh, that's all it was, and he had some field in front of him too. You could tell he's getting flustered with that because he's ready to open one up.
Well, I'll have to do it from the backfield now as he'll line up at the fullback position. Mingus one receiver either side, and they're going to hand it off to Nelson as he goes the end around and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Faked it to Tyler Kelly and gave it to Nelson. And the SaberCats, it really didn't matter. They were coming all directions anyway.
Now it was again Swink and the Miranda. That linebacker shoots in there hard.
Sounds like a law firm, doesn't it?
You know, the way they're playing right now, I do not want to be in an accident with those two.
All right, Mingus 2 receivers to the near side, 1 wing, 1 back, and there's the snap, and it's on the ground, and a fumbled snap, which might be the first fumbled snap we have had this season, and it's going to be SaberCat ball. Coming up with it is number 52. You probably know him.
Yeah, Swink was right in there again. Pulled out a little early right there, and I thought the lineman had that recovered, but Swink must have dove in there a little bit harder right there. He's a big boy to come down on top of you.
Yeah, bottom of the pile. Magical things happen at the bottom of the pile.
Lots of kicking and biting in there, but you know.
So second turnover for the Mingus Marauders, who went with no turnovers last week against Sunrise Mountain, and it's obviously hurt given the number 2 team in the state, a short field from which to work. Trips to the near side for Massengale and the SaberCats. He's looking to throw. He's got a little bit of pressure, puts the ball up, and it is knocked away by Jordan Huey. And then the flag comes out when you hit it with your hand or hit it with your arm. But the flag comes out, and I have a feeling that's going to probably go against Huey for pass interference, simply because he didn't have his head completely turned around.
That's what I was thinking. He didn't quite get there. They did a little cross route on him, trying to do a little screen, and did open up some room there. Huey had good position, but just Dwight didn't get that head around in time.
Oh, holding, yes. And then passing her. Oh, so 2 flags on the play, and they're going to offset. Either that or the man at home is safe. One of the two. Yeah.
I would say offset. We'll take that, though, right now. We'll go back down 1st and 10 again.
So that becomes an official do-over in high school football. So the pass interference call against Jordan Huey will not stand. The holding call against the SaberCats will not stand. And we'll do 1st and 10 again with the same formation out there for the SaberCats. There's the snap. Quarterback's looking to roll. He rolls to the near side, throws, has a man in the corner, and it is out of bounds. It is caught, but out of bounds as Chaz Taylor is on defense against Pettyjohn out there.
Yes, he right there jumped double at the end of the play right there. I believe he was stepped out of that line and first the foot out.
He may have been helped out of bounds by Chaz Taylor.
I think he was pushed just a tad bit right there, but they were trying that little screen pass right in there again. They kind of crossing them up. They're putting their receivers close, trying to get the defensive backs confused in there, a little bit of cross patterns.
So Mingus lining up here, showing a little bit actually they show man-to-man, and that's going to be a jet sweep. Coming to the near side is going to be Wilson. Wilson cuts up underneath. Chaz Taylor slows him down. Gets some help out there from Strack. So 2nd and 10 and a 3-yard gain, 4-yard gain by Wilson on the jet sweep.
Nice job right there, stretching him out and letting the defense come in and help out. 3 Marauders on the hit.
That brings up 3rd down for the SaberCats.
So 3rd and 6 for the SaberCats from the Mingus Marauder 16-yard line. And there's the snap. Massengale's looking to throw. Throws to the near side. Has a man. It's going to be Wilson. Wilson dives for the pylon, but he's going to be out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And it's going to be enough for a 1st down, though, and move the chains.
Hugh is on coverage right there. Number 34 kind of pushed him out for the Marauders.
Valenzuela saves the touchdown with the tackle out there. And so 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for the SaberCats. So Wilson ran the ball, and then they turn around and throw it to him.
They're doing everything they can to get Zach Wilson, number 5 receiver in the state, the ball. Senior.
Well, the only good part about that is he won't be back next year for other teams to deal with. He'll be annoying people in the collegiate ranks, and there's the run up the middle, and he got hit a couple of times, but able to rumble and stumble into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown is going to be Josiah Bradley for his 8th touchdown of the year, and that is going to put the SaberCats up 27-0 over the Mingus Marauders' 2nd quarter action.
It was a nice cutback right there. I thought we had him at the line of scrimmage.
He's a big boy to handle. So 210 pounds doesn't necessarily go down easily, especially if he's got a little bit of momentum going. Zepp with the extra point attempt coming up. And there's the snap. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Kick is deep. Into the night it goes. And it's good. 28-0, 4:55 left to go. Mingus trying to get something going here in the 1st half. We'll return after this.
If you believe life starts where the blacktop ends, if the power of an engine makes your heart race, don't settle for anything less than Polaris RZR, the ultimate off-road vehicle. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, and unmatched agility, all perfectly combined to help you chase down what matters most. Polaris RZR, we fuel your freedom.
Cottonwood Motorsports, located on Route 260 and Western Drive.
Jackie Bessler along with Bob Weir as Carson Sandoval is off on, well, paternity leave. Waiting for a baby to arrive, and this one is deep, and that one's definitely going to be a touchback. And Mingus denied another opportunity at a return, and we'll start at the 20-yard line. And I keep checking my phone to see if Carson's going to be sending me a text here saying that the baby has arrived, but so far the baby has not.
Nope.
So.
Holding off just long enough there.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
I won't argue. I get to sit next to one of the greatest commentators, Mr. Bessler here. I won't argue a bit.
My dad's here?
No.
Where's my dad? So we wish Carson a fantastic paternity leave, and we'll wish him well. And, of course, Youth Football Championship Day comes up tomorrow as Mingus goes into a Wildcat, and well, it looks like Mr. Tyler Kelly earns himself a host of gray shirts and a 3-yard loss off the Wildcat.
He was hit there, number 17, Seth Robinson. Sure did hit him right there quick.
So 3-yard loss on the play. Mingus is able to put together 13 yards on the ground here so far with 4.5 minutes left to go in the 1st half. As Saguaro is definitely showing that they are sharp defensively, no doubts about it.
Well, they're starting to show that defense they had last week against Cactus Shadows. 26 total yards. You can see why right now.
Mingus sets up one man in the backfield. Zabala takes the snap and hands it off to Kelly, and they've got 4 guys just keen on Kelly. And Kelly gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Mingus Marauders from their own 17-yard line.
Cameron Smith had some good pressure in there on that one, coming off of the defensive end spot.
SaberCats held Cactus Shadows to 26 yards of total rushes or on the ground offense. 4 men defensively on the line of scrimmage out there, 1 man in motion, and Mingus does hand the ball off, trying to find a hole as Kelly spins, gets past the 20 out to about the 21-yard line. 4-yard gain out there for Tyler Kelly.
Lowered his head down, had a nice hit there, and I thought he was going to get the spin move off, but hit the guy hard enough, he slid down to his feet and tripped him up, darn it.
4th and 9. And the punt team out for the Mingus Marauders once again. And we're going to send the Gunners to the near side. That's going to be Fanning and Nelson.
Pettyjohn's back to receive.
And there's the snap, and there's the kick, and it is deep, and it is going to bounce and stay inbounds and down to the 35-yard line. A fantastic punt as Chaz Taylor gets one right where he wanted that, and not even close to returnable for Pettyjohn. So some of the worst field position for the Saguaro SaberCats with 2:41 left to go. They'll start at their own 35-yard line.
This is a nice little roll there for the Marauders. That's about another 10 yards on that one.
I expected it to go out of bounds, and it chose not to.
No, rolled and it just died right there.
Okay. Well, let's see. When he was going the other way, he was kicking left, and so he was kicking left on this side too. So
we had that nice little breeze behind him.
Yeah, of 1 mile an hour to the east, southeast.
Still about 75, 78 degrees down here.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's the snap. Massengale looking to throw. Got a man. Throws it up top.
Oh,
and down the field he goes to Pettyjohn as he outraces the Mingus Marauder defense. One play goes 65 yards deep for a touchdown, as that was perfectly thrown by Massengale as they take the lead 34-0 over the Mingus Marauders.
He hit him in stride right there, and he can run. He opened it up a little bit.
Well, a great game underway here by Logan Pettyjohn, as that is his 2nd touchdown, as he's got 114 yards on 5 receptions so far. And Zepp is getting his workout, getting back out there on the field for the extra point. Waiting for the snap. There it is. High snap, and good job by the holder getting that snap down. That was almost over his shoulder, but he was able to get it down. 35-0 with 2:28 left to go in the first half. Mingus will get the ball back after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
The SaberCats showing their wear out here, leading the Mingus Marauders 35-0. There's the kickoff. This one might be returnable, and it bounces into the end zone for a touchback as it went. They kicked it away from Kelly and kicked it to Nelson, and he had a shot to catch that one before it went into the end zone, but off the fingertips it into the end zone for the touchback.
Start at the 20-yard line again. We have some scores right now. Sunrise Mountain 29, Apache Junction is 3. South Point 28, Pueblo Magnet is 0. And you got a good game going right now. Marcus Deniz is 7, Cactus Shadow 0. And then Higley, number 3 seat there, 20, Buckeye 0.
Well, the Mingus Marauders trailing the number 2 team in the state, the number 565th team in the nation. And around the corner goes Nelson. He bounces like a pinball and lays forward for a gain of 5.
That was a nice little run. He was dragging about 3 Sabercats there at the last couple of yards there.
Fans, don't forget to stop.
Kept his feet moving. That was a nice little run.
Well, Mingus has got to get some points on the board here, as they will get the ball first in the second half. They won the toss and deferred, and since that time, as they've struggled to move the ball offensively out here. Colby Fanning now in at one of the wings for the Mingus Marauders, as Nelson is on the move. Zabala in trouble, looking to throw the ball, and he will end up fumbling it as he gets tackled. Streck comes up with the ball. And another sack against Zabala, who got hit hard, low and high. And that is going to be a timeout. The Sabercats calling timeout with 1:41 left to go. We're going to go ahead and leave it here. So the Sabercats trying to put the heel on the throat, calling timeout with a 3rd and 12, looking to get the ball back, still with time left to go in the first half.
Trying to make a statement right there. It was number 20, Cash Campbell, the junior, come in hard off the deep linebacker spot. Came in hard. I thought we was going to get away from him, but he was under a lot of pressure there. Sending right now, both linebackers and the 4 linemen, they're coming in hard on him right now. Pushing everything into the center. Defensive ends, they're putting the pressure there.
Well, Streck saves the possession for the Mingus Marauders. Otherwise, they would have given the ball up deep in their own territory for the 3rd time in the game. So Mingus now 3rd and 12. And one more timeout available for the Sabercats. They took a timeout earlier on a 4th down conversion attempt that failed deep in Mingus Marauder territory. There's the snap. Zabala looking to throw. He steps up. He'll be sacked again, as the Mingus Marauders just unable to keep the Sabercat defense out of the backfield.
That was Cash Campbell again.
Just getting around the corner out there and coming right around the tackle. So 4th down now, as the Sabercats will call their final timeout with 1:33 left to go and force the Mingus Marauders to punt. Interesting.
Yes, I think they want to give Pettyjohn, he's a hot hand right now, give him another opportunity.
Up 35-0. Wow, okay.
You think you'd just go ahead and get on into halftime? And
well, part of it is Mingus is able to put 34 points up against Sunrise Mountain last week, and I think Saguaro is trying to make a point as they go for their 5th state title. And there is the punt, a good punt, but it is returnable out here by Pettyjohn, who's going to come to the near side. There's a block. He's looking to cut it back, cuts it back the other way. Mingus able to almost contain him, and then finally tripped up by Streck, as it'll be on the Mingus Marauder side of the field at the 48-yard line. And one of the major difficulties, listeners and viewers have got to take into consideration, Mingus has so many kids going both ways, and the Sabercats, with such a huge sideline of talent, they're able to use a player to go to the water for somebody else who might have the next play out there. I mean, they're that stacked.
Yes, there are very few of them. Very few guys are playing both ways. That was a beautiful job. Chaz Taylor, he hustled down there. He covered quite a bit of ground there to catch that guy. Had him stopped on the end and was able to come back around and trip him up there.
Massengale will go empty out here to start it with 1:18 left to go. No timeouts left for the Sabercats, leading 35-0 over the Mingus Marauders. Massengale's going up top. He throws it deep, and it is going to draw the flag out there, and a little extracurricular activity. Wow, how about that? Wilson had a few words to put out there to Jordan Huey on the coverage.
He was riding right with him. I guess he got a little bit mad that he didn't get one of them long touchdowns, but he was running step for step with him. Doing a beautiful job with Wilson.
So the penalty is going to go against the Mingus Marauders, and believe it or not, this will be the first penalty against the Marauders that will stand, and it will be a pass interference call against the Mingus Marauders, which in high school football is a 15-yard penalty, not a spot of the foul penalty.
That's good for us right there. This is a nice job. You know, if the ball would have been thrown on time, I don't think it would have been there. I think he would have stopped him. It was a little underthrown, and he wasn't able to get his head turned around.
Well, first down, it moves the chains and doesn't take any time off the clock, so to speak. 1:12 left to go. Massengale's looking to throw. He's got a man near sideline, and he throws it to Pettyjohn for an 11-yard gain, and he scampers out of bounds.
Covered there by Jordan Huey.
So first down for the SaberCats as the Saguaro squad just outside the red zone now at the 23-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. And getting out of bounds does stop the clock with 1:07 left to go. Plenty of time for Saguaro. There's the snap. Massengale's looking to throw. He finds his man. He's got Pettyjohn up underneath. Mingus able to contain him after a first down to about the 8-yard line. But we do have a flag which stops the clock. And the flag is pretty close to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a hold against the SaberCats. Only the second penalty against a team that has thrown the ball 15 times here in the first half.
There was some nice activity in their offensive line. They were starting to break free in there on the far side. Looks like the hole's over on the far side. Number 65 was trying to put some pressure in there for the Marauders.
Well, Massengale and the Saguaro squad. Actually, it works out to be, how about that? It's going to work out to be a 14-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that'll bring up first and 24 now. The clock rolls as they set the ball. 50 seconds left to go. Massengale in the backfield looks to hand it off. Nope, looking to throw. He's got a man downfield, hit as soon as the ball arrives, and somehow he does hang on to the ball. That's number 88 on the reception.
Yeah, beautiful hit by Chaz Taylor right there.
10 yards on the play.
Trying to get things set down there.
William Schaefer with his first reception of the game, and they will snap it and spike it to stop the clock with 29 seconds as the SaberCats have no more timeouts.
That was a beautiful play there. Chaz Taylor, he hit him hard.
13 yards on the reception as the SaberCats have the ball back at the 23-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. Up 35-0 with 29 seconds left to go in the half. Trips to the far side, one man in the backfield. Running may not necessarily be an option out here with so little time left on the clock. Massengale's back, looking for somewhere to go. He's going to throw to the near side, and Pettyjohn spins out of a would-be tackle for the Mingus Marauders. They do stop him down at the 5-yard line, so he picks up 16 yards on the spin move, and they stop the clock to move the chains, and Pettyjohn's going to have to come off the field because the helmet came off.
Chaz Taylor made a nice job there, come from the far side to save that touchdown right there.
And the officials give Scottsdale Saguaro enough time to get another player in. There's the stop, and they're going to spike the ball with 14.8 seconds left to go. So second and goal from the 5-yard line.
It was a beautiful spin right there. I have to tell you, number 15, Chaz Taylor, he was hustling the plumb across the far side. Came over and made a nice tackle there at the end.
So Massengale gets the sign. Second and goal. They're officially marked at the 6. So second and goal from the 6-yard line. Two receivers to the near side, one to the short side of the field, one man in the backfield. Massengale can run. You got to watch him as well. There's the snap. Mingus brings some pressure, and it is thrown short. The pressure coming from the Marauders forced Massengale to get rid of the ball early, and he finds himself on the back. He's back for the first time.
That was nice pressure right down there. They were coming in hard, just right off the fingertips of Miranda. Tyler Kelly was putting some pressure on him for the Marauders.
Mingus came straight off the edge. There was an open man. He just couldn't get it to him. And Mingus moves, and a little extracurricular activity once again. So that's going to be a penalty against one of the squads. We'll see if...
Oh, another flag right there.
So a second flag. We're going to see if it's encroachment or a motion penalty. And then there is a second flag. Or it could have been a very late first flag.
It would have been a really late first flag. A lot of pushing off and down there.
And waiting for the sign out here. And, oh, no, there is a second one. It's going to be encroachment against Mingus. And then a personal foul against, against Saguaro.
Against Mingus and a personal foul against the Saguaro Sabercats.
So the personal foul is going to be an effective 10-yard penalty, so to speak. So a 15-yard penalty against the Sabercats, 5 against the Mingus Marauders. And it's that point in the game where you start to get a little heated up out there. 10.8 seconds left to go. 3rd and goal from the Mingus Marauder 18-yard line. Massengale is back looking to throw. Throws downfield, and it is might have been tipped away by Soria. He had 2 men in the back area, in the area, and I'm not sure which one he was trying to throw to. Number 33 was the closest, which was Max Polk.
Yeah, he was right. Looked like his own for Polk right there. Nice little coverage there.
So Mingus with 6.2 seconds left to go, trying to get a moral victory and keep Saguaro out of the end zone, but no, they're going to go for the field goal attempt. A 36-yard field goal attempt by Zepp.
This will be a great time for Phelps to come in there and block it. He's been close every time on extra points.
There's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So the half is going to end on the 36-yard field goal by Zepp. A check of the halftime score. Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard shows the number 2 team in the state dominating at the moment, leading 38-0 over your Mingus Marauders. The Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report comes up after this.
If you believe life starts where the blacktop ends, if the power of an engine makes your heart race, don't settle for anything less than Polaris RZR, the ultimate off-road vehicle. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, and unmatched agility, all perfectly combined to help you chase down what matters most. Polaris RZR, we fuel your freedom.
Cottonwood Motorsports, located on Route 260 and Western Drive.
Tune to Verde Valley Television, Channel 56, for locally produced programming for Cottonwood and the Verde Valley. Your home for Yavapai Broadcasting news departments countywide. Cottonwood Council meetings, community events, entertainment, and sports. With a full programming guide at verdevalleytv.com. Enjoy news and information, entertainment, sports, and events with Verde Valley Television, Channel 56.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They're a dealer for you, located on Highway 89A in Cottonwood or online at mattsays.yes.com. Stick around for the first half recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Jackie Bessler and Carson Sandoval.
Back here at Scottsdale, Saguaro, home of the Sabercats. They're in control. The number 2 team in the state is definitely in control at the moment, leading the Mingus Marauders by a score of 38-0. The Mingus Marauders have definitely struggled here offensively and has been able to muster 3 first downs against a definitely dominating defense with probably 9 D1 players from Scottsdale Saguaro.
That defensive line and those linebackers have really been flexing their muscle, and they've been shooting the gaps. And, you know, we had those a couple nice drives, which were looking really good, but since then, they pretty much shut the running down.
Certainly so, and Mingus is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime to figure out how to get things done. Mingus did have a stand deep in their own territory, in their own red zone, and got a turnover on downs from the SaberCats, and then also forced the field goal right here at the end of the half from the Scottsdale Saguaro SaberCats. I was surprised that the SaberCats actually, you know, with a minute and a half left to go in the first half, actually started calling timeouts. They wanted the ball back again, already leading 35-0.
Oh, they did. They spiked the ball twice there to stop the clock. They went to the out-of-bounds plays. I mean, you know, they're a nice, well-oiled machine, but you think sometimes let's go to halftime and come back out next time.
Interesting enough, well, it has been all Saguaro SaberCats scoring here with the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report. And in the first quarter, 8:44 left to go, a 19-yard bubble screen from Massengale to Pettyjohn. Good blocking out there, and was able to burn the Marauders on that. Zepp added the extra point. It was 7-0. Then Mingus actually played a first quarter, kept the SaberCats to just 7 points in the first quarter. The SaberCats are accustomed to scoring 21 or more in the first quarter, so Mingus was able to hang with them. And second quarter, they scored again. In fact, not too far into the second quarter, 4:55 left to go. A Bradley 3-yard touchdown run into the end zone. Zepp added the extra point, and it was that was 8:50 left to go. Pardon me. That was Lucas with a 14-yard run. The extra point was good. 6:40 left to go. Not too long after. Less than 2 minutes left to go, or 2 minutes later, and then a pass play. One play, 36 yards downfield as Massengale finds Wilson for the score. The extra point was good. It was 21-0. 4:55 left to go. Couple minutes later, they get the ball back, and guess what they do? A 3-yard touchdown run. This one, Bradley finds the end zone. I thought he was going to be stopped. Not quite. Then with 2:28 left to go, they went deep. First play.
Yes, first was a long one.
Line of scrimmage, 65-yard pass, Massengale to Pettyjohn, and just tosses it up. This is actually a very pretty pass. Gets behind the defense and goes all the way for the touchdown. And then with no time left on the clock, the first half ends with a 36-yard field goal by Zepp to put his squad, the Scottsdale Saguaro SaberCats, up 38-0. Mingus almost blocked it. Kelly had a shot at it, and that's how the first half would end. And it's been all SaberCats. It really has. They've been able to throw the ball. They've been able to run the ball a little bit.
It was. You know, the Marauders, I felt, did a great job first quarter. They held them. They did a nice stance down there and then got the ball back, moved a little bit. And then, you know, the turnovers kind of affected a little bit, gave the SaberCats too good a field position. And then eventually, you know, Max Massengale, that kid's got an arm. And Pettyjohn, he makes some nice moves out there. And the Wilson kid, he's scrappy there. Kind of lost his temper a little bit, but, you know, that's what's going to happen with here. And I'm proud of the Marauders for not backing down. They did do a nice stance at the end of the half right there, held them to a 36-yard field goal, which, you know, in high school ball, 36-yard field goal, that's pretty good if you hold them for that, and the guy makes the kick.
Hey, no, absolutely. No doubts about it. You're right. 36 yards for a high school student is like a 52-yarder or a 55-yarder for a collegiate kid, without a doubt. So halftime, your score here at the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report. The Mingus Marauders, they got a little work to do. They dug themselves a little bit of a hole, trailing the number 2 team in the state by a score of 38-0. We'll return for more of the Oxendale halftime report coming up after this.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Are you looking for a different approach to healthcare? A place where excellent care is combined with kindness and compassion? If so, welcome to Spectrum. At Spectrum, our approach to healthcare is positively different. From primary care to pediatrics, our staff is dedicated to one thing: you. As a leader in integrated care in Arizona, we treat the whole person because we think everyone deserves to feel better. Spectrum Healthcare, for mind, for body, for all of you.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality. Back here at Scottsdale Saguaro, home of the Sabercats. By the way, they get extra points for originality as mascots. You don't have too many Sabercats, right?
No, I haven't heard him in a little bit of minor league baseball, and that's the only time I've ever heard of it.
Right, but you know what? It's an even battle because there aren't very many Marauders out there either.
I have not heard of many Marauders besides the Mingus Marauders.
Yep, the Land Pirates taking on the Sabercats out here today at the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report. And hey, guess what? Guess what? You can gobble up the savings. How about 120% of Kelly Blue Book value? Travis Reed says absolutely. And in fact, Matt says yes. They need it, whether it's dented, dinged, broken, or busted. They need your trade. And of course, don't forget the Black Friday event is coming up at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and a Ram. Check this out. How about $12,250 off crew cab, all crew cab, Bighorn Ram trucks. Over $7,600 off of in-stock Sporty Jeep Renegade Latitudes. Cherokee 4x4 starting under $20,000 at $19,923. And the Matt Says Yes credit approval process promised to be sweeter than Grandma's pumpkin pie.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you take $12,000 off a Dodge, I may have to go down there.
See?
The Ram tough truck. I mean, come on, Oxendale.
Right. No, now that's true. And of course, Travis Reed will be joining me for Youth Football Championship Day on Saturday the 4th out at Mingus Union High School. We'll have 2 Mighty Mike games, 2 minors games, and 2 major games. And if you're looking for something to do, didn't get enough football, I'll tell you what, that is a fantastic show to come out and watch the little guys.
Oh, all day long. That's just so much fun. The future, you know, without our Mighty Mike football and our majors, there is no Marauder High School football team.
Oh, that is true. It is the pipeline. And congratulations once again to the 6-2 CMS Lobos this year on a pretty good season. And the Cottonwood Lions will be playing in the 3rd place game. And they were 8-2 on the season. So the future looks bright down the road for Mingus Marauder football.
Oh, it does. You know, and the nice thing is they're running a lot of the same offense that the high school does, so these kids come in with great knowledge and also an understanding of what it takes to win a game.
First round of the 4A playoffs are underway. Most games are at halftime.
Yes, most of them are. Right now you got the number 1 seed, Sunrise Mountain, 36, Patchy Junction 3. Cactus Shadows, you're going to like this one, 14, Marcus Deniza 7.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And we lost 21-20. All right.
I know.
Then you go to Cactus 29, over Moon Valley 0. Sal Point, Catholic down there, the Battle of Tucson, 29, Pueblo Magnet 0. You got Higley. You said that was going to be a good competition with 2 great quarterbacks. Higley 36, Buckeye 14. You got Seton Catholic 14 and Catalina Foothills 0. And then you got a tough one going on. Peoria 7, Walden Grove 7 in the first quarter. That's going to be a competitive game right there.
Yep.
And then here, we got Saguaro 38, the Marauders 0.
Well, the Panthers from Peoria, that's always a big team, and that battle is in the trenches. You got to get away from the middle. There's a lot of big boys right up the middle, if I remember Peoria Panther football. And so that'll definitely be a good one. And 50 points scored with Higley and Buckeye, 36-14. 50 points in the first half. Holy cow.
That is a battle of quarterbacks, and I'm just pretty impressed there. Higley, 9-1. They got a good little team.
Oh, they do, and should be slated to be one of the Final Four. And of course, Saguaro taking business at hand against the Mingus Marauders, leading here at halftime, 38-8. Mingus will have the ball first here in the second half. We'll take our final break here for the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram halftime report. We'll get ready for the second half coming up after this.
I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born, and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
This has been the Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Halftime Report. They're a dealer for you. Located on Highway 89A in Cottonwood or online at mattsays.yes.com. We'll return for exciting Mingus Marauder football second half action on AM 1600 and 96.3 FM KYBC or online at myradioplace.com right after this.
Mingus Marauders coming out there already on the field. Here comes the SaberCats warming up here for the second half. Gives us an opportunity to go through some of the stats here for the first half. Well, Mingus offensively, the story was, well, the turnovers, Bob. The 3 turnovers for the Mingus Marauders, especially deep in their own territory. You can't give those kind of candy chances for a team like this, number 2 in the state.
No, you can't. And they had that nice little offensive drive there for a little while. They had a couple firsts, and then after the turnovers, it's just been rough to do that. And they're giving them way too good a field position right now for the SaberCats.
Zabala is 1 for 4, 11 yards in the air, and has been sacked 5 times out there here tonight. Has not had the opportunity to stand back and throw the ball at all. And Mingus is going to have to release the ball a little quicker, and Massingale's had enough time to knit a blanket, and he's just had all sorts of time in the backfield. Mingus looking to contain him because he's such a great runner. Blitzing him opens up running lanes,
It has, and when they do blitzing, they put some pressure on him, and he hasn't done the greatest throwing. But he also did break one for a few yards rushing right there, so you kind of got to watch him. The receivers are they're phenomenal. When you got guys that are 6 foot and they can run fast, it's hard when you're playing man-to-man for hold, fumble 3 times. It's rough.
Certainly so. Tyler Kelly, most successful for the Mingus Marauders. He's got 9 carries, 23 yards here in the first half. Nelson has got 7 carries and 17 yards. So Mingus is able to put together 12 rushing yards, 11 passing yards here in the first half, 23 yards total. And not exactly the offensive output Mingus wanted to bring here to Scottsdale. Max Massingale looks more like an NFL passer out here as he ends up the first half. Well, let's see. He was 13 of 17, 248 yards. 3 touchdowns. His favorite receiver, Pettyjohn, 7 receptions, 141 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They've got 52 yards on the ground. Massingale's got 20 yards on the ground with 5 carries. Josiah Bradley's got a touchdown on the ground, 5 carries and 15 yards. And LaRae Lucas, 14 yards for a touchdown. Also doing some damage out there, number 2, Zach Wilson. He's got 6 receptions for 75 yards and a touchdown to go along with it. So the Saguaro SaberCats have been able to do pretty much just about anything they wanted to do so far here in the first half. And, a team like this, I got to bring it up, a team like this 2 years ago won a state title, Bob, in what is now the 5A division.
Yes, they're just, you see them, they're playing one side of the ball, most of them, a couple of them are playing both sides. They have time to rest. They're just phenomenal. At the end of the game there, at the end of the first quarter, it was a little rough when they were calling time and out, but that's a well-oiled machine. They were preparing themselves for their future games, I believe, down the road, and it does show. 4 state champions, you kind of see why.
And I encourage a team like this. I encourage a team like this to challenge yourself. Go up to 5A. Go up to 6A.
Oh, I think they should. They should have been up there. They were Division II winners for a while when they could probably been up in Division I competing with them. And 4 of them in a row. Eventually, they should go ahead and go up and say, let's see who we can play with. We got 9 Division I defensive players possibly. That's the only way you can get them even be a better defensive D1 stool.
My suggestion, go up now and give us somebody else to play in the second half.
Well, that'd be good. You see some of the scores, Cactus Shadows holding in there. They're going to maybe play another round. I agree. It'd be nice to give some of the small schools a little opportunity.
Hey, we want to say good luck to Jesse Dowling, who had surgery yesterday and is doing well in recovery. We want to say hello to the Big Red Machine Man and wish him well in a speedy recovery. God bless. And again, Carson Sandoval off on paternity leave. Let me check my phone, see if we have had a baby alert yet. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Mingus will have quite a few juniors and sophomores returning next year. And so, believe me, I'll tell you, Mingus making playoffs 2 years in a row and have an opportunity once again to come back with a hunk of seniors next year. With a lot of these kids will have 2 years of varsity experience, too.
Yes, I think it's great. You know what? You can't beat this. You get a playoff experience. You know how to practice and prepare for it, and that's just going to make things better next year.
Well, the kickoff goes into the end zone for another touchback. That is the 6th touchback of the game out here for the Saguaro squad. So Mingus will start at their 20-yard line. It's been a familiar spot going from right to left across your radio dial out here, and we'll see what Mingus has dialed up for some second half fireworks. A tight formation, man in motion, and Zabala's going to throw, and he throws to the outside and throws a little bit hard to Colby Fanning, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, trying to get that ball on the outside. It's not been working going up the middle. Try to get it on the outside and see if we can use some of the speed there. Haven't heard much from the defensive backs from the SaberCats yet. Pretty much the linebackers and linemen have been doing most of it.
Well, there's been some pretty decent coverage downfield when Mingus has tried to go downfield.
Yes.
So I will say that. This is a speedy secondary, to say the least. Tight formation for the Mingus Marauders, a wing, and there is the handoff. Kelly will get the ball. He'll cut it back and runs into a host of SaberCats. He'll get one, though.
That was a nice little hard run right there. He has earned every bit of the yards he has got tonight.
Tyler Kelly, the senior, looking to go on to the University of New Mexico to play baseball.
All right, it'll be a Lobo down there.
Yes. I think at one particular point he might have been a Lobo up here too. There's the snap. Mingus will run the ball, trying to get to the outside and curve around the corner is Nelson, and he'll get caught up. And no gain on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 9 from the Mingus Marauder 21-yard line.
Yeah, number 19, Keely Rigo on the hit in there.
Completely change as a whole different squad comes in for punt return.
Yes, they do. This time they got 2 backs back. You got Pettyjohn and you got Wilson, the 2 top receivers.
And the kick will drive Pettyjohn back, and it'll bounce out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So most improved in punting award goes to Chaz Taylor, who had a couple of not-so-good ones here in the early part of the game, but that's a beauty.
Yes, he's going to back him up and give a little bit of room and help for his defense down there. That was a beautiful punt right there. Exceptionally kept it out of Pettyjohn's hands. He has been a hot punt returner and receiver.
I imagine that he is also a collegiate. I imagine that they probably looked at by quite a few different colleges out there.
Yeah, I do believe Wilson and Massengale and Pettyjohn are going to be looked at for sure. They are some good athletes.
Trips to the outside, and the quarterback is going to keep and run off the corner and pick up about 5. Massengale with the run, and
big hit in there. Cole Phillips.
He has really come around since he took over that middle linebacker position. It has really given the Mingus Marauders opportunities elsewhere to move other personnel around and just become stronger all the way across the board.
Yeah, he does. He fights through those blocks, and I mean, the kid's gutsy.
He too has one mode, and it's always been full speed. There's the snap. Quarterback going to throw. He throws up underneath. Mingus on it quickly, but it's going to be enough for a first down for Zach Wilson. And 9 yards on the reception.
First down.
Yeah, Martin Error. Nice little tackle.
Soria has been a story, another senior for the Mingus Marauders, as he was with Williams through his junior year, comes over to Mingus for his senior year, interested in physical therapy. There's the snap. Massengale throws deep. He has a man. Pettyjohn splits the defense, cuts up underneath. He's got a man to beat as he gets around the corner, heading toward to the end zone as Colby Fanning comes over and takes his legs out at the 5-yard line. The crowd is not happy with that, but there is a penalty flag down at the 15-yard line as well.
Yes, that was a nice blocking downfield there. You had Wilson, his partner in crime, down there blocking. See what the flag is.
So had it stood, that would be a 55-yard pass play, and most of it's going to stand, and it'll still be enough for a first down, and they're going to bring it back to the 30-yard line, so the 10-yard penalty following the 55-yard pass play to Pettyjohn. Penalty, a hold downfield.
Right there in the middle of the field.
So Pettyjohn now almost at 200 receiving yards in the game. Trips to the near side, the line of scrimmage at the Mingus Marauder 30-yard line. Massengale hands it off, going to the outside, up underneath, and getting to the sideline is Josiah Bradley as he picks up 15 on the scamper.
Yeah, that was a nice little run there. Broke it free. That's the first time he's had any type of rush there. There's a flag on the play. Thrown right there at the end of the play, it looks like.
So, well, yeah, they've got the flag right at the 14-yard line, and it is going to go against the Mingus Marauders half the distance, and so that is that's going to be a personal foul against the Mingus Marauders. So that's going to set the ball at the 7.5 yard line.
Face masking is a call against the Marauders.
And a face mask.
Following the play,
it's been right over there in the corner.
Probably right on the tackle, which is certainly understandable. That certainly happens a lot of times even though you don't intend it. Quarterback rolls to the near side, finds a man, and it is intercepted by Kelly. Kelly intercepts it, he tips it to himself at the 5-yard line, and Mingus gets a stand.
That was a beautiful job right there. He tipped it and was able to then pull it in. That was some nice job there by Mr. Kelly.
Fantastic job. Only the 6th interception from Massengale, and Kelly coming out in the flats on defense, picks it off and gives his squad an opportunity to get the ball back, trailing 38-0. 9:05 left to go here in the third quarter.
Line it up. It's going to be down there in the end zone. We'll see if we can get us out of there.
Yep, 5-yard line.
Give a little breathing room, hopefully, in there.
A lot of breathing room would be preferable, please. Zabala takes the snap, hands it off, and it's going to be Kelly. Runs up and gets his body turned and backpedals forward for about 4 yards on the play. And give him 4, 2nd and 6 from the 9-yard line.
He took his head down, had some nice run up middle, hard hitting in there. Actually knocked over number 52, Zink, over with. That gentleman's been all over Jaden Swink for the SaberCats, but he did run him over that time.
Defensive tackle position out there, and he's been a beast, as most of this defensive line is. SaberCats showing blitz, and Mingus does run it, runs it back to the line of scrimmage, and well, the SaberCats brought everything but about 2 safeties and a cornerback.
Yeah, Cash Campbell crashed through there, number 20 in there on the hard hit. He's a little guy that sure does like playing in there tough.
3rd and 6 for the Mingus Marauders. Man, if you had a time machine, that's where you would have faked that handoff and got around the side with a secondary counter play. Showing blitz again. Mingus does the counter play, and they run it down from behind. Nelson loses 2 on the play, bringing up 4th and 8.
That was a sophomore on the tackle for the SaberCats, Damian Sellers, number 6. Now, let's see. Oh, looks like they're going to go ahead and bring both of them back there in the back. Pettyjohn.
Pettyjohn's going to come all the way to the near sideline.
Nope, brought him out.
No, he's going to step out and be replaced out there as the punt is off, and it goes to the far sideline as they kick it completely away, and we're going to see where they're going to mark it. This not the best of the Chaz Taylor punts, as they're going to, and there goes the Walker again. They're going to mark it at the Mingus Marauder 28-yard line. So this one not quite as effective for Mingus.
No, I was kind of liking the other little mountain climber going the opposite way, I thought, but it didn't quite work.
I was looking at the zebra that was still running this way.
That's what I thought.
That was better than I thought.
I thought he was going to mark it on the 40. I was thinking, all right. Yeah, they switched out a Pettyjohn for another Pettyjohn. Jacob Pettyjohn was the deep back on that one, number 30.
Oh, my goodness. How about that when you've got pedigrees that go just through the entire system, right?
Yeah, sophomore.
Here comes Saguaro with a 38-0 lead. 2 backs in the backfield out there, and quarterback takes the snap, and he does hand it off, running it up and finding a lane and then getting pushed back. But after a big game is going to be Lucas. Lucas with a 6-yard gain. He had a touchdown earlier on a 14-yard scamper when he got a chance.
Yes, you had Drew in there on the tackle along with Chaz. Nice job.
Skylar Waynick, one of the seniors for the Mingus Marauders, and first year coming out for football this year, and been a baseball player all the way through, and he's got one more Marauder season in him on the diamond for the Mingus Marauders.
That's good to see him out here playing football.
2 men in the backfield. Massengale will hand it off. Lucas will get the ball. He finds a way to the outside, and then Mingus is able to trap him down, but Mingus giving up some yards as he cuts it through the middle, picks up a first down and about 18 yards, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Marcus Valenzuela did a nice tackle right there to keep him from out of the end zone.
Valenzuela, another senior, really came on this year.
You know, he's leading it right now in the team in 3 interceptions.
Yeah, and he came on and really solidified a corner position for the Mingus Marauders, and he will be missed. Again, two backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. Heading around the corner is going to be number 8, spinning and keeping his feet, and touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown out there by Connor Soule. 6'1", a junior, 190 pounds, and that's going to put the Saguaro SaberCats on top, 44-0. Cole Phelps had him, and then didn't.
Yeah, he kept his feet moving right there. That kid's had some wheels, and he kept them moving, and unfortunately was able to hold him long enough.
Extra point coming up for the SaberCats.
Zepp's been busy tonight.
He has, and he's been perfect and stays perfect. 45-0. The SaberCats on top, and the continuous clock will be underway here as the Mingus Marauders will get the kickoff here with 5:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Go ahead and keep it here for the moment as they're going to run out and jump into this kickoff return here real quick. Like to see the Mingus Marauders get a chance at a kickoff return.
Yes, you know, I'm hoping maybe they'll take Parker Lewis out. That kid has had a big leg all day long, and he has kicked every one of them but one into the end zone. And that one bounced in there. It'd be nice to see Mr. Taylor get another one try to work down there.
Well, Kelly has had 3 returns, 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. Would love an opportunity to increase his 47.5-yard per return average. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be a nice way to go out as a senior.
He's back there with the opportunity, and this one is going to be short enough, and it goes off his fingertips. He actually tried to stay outside the end zone and reach up and catch it over his head, which is not easy to do with a kickoff.
No, he had his feet just right inside the white line. He reached and almost took him backwards when he touched it there. You could tell he was really wanting to get some more there.
Man, you could tell I was really wanting.
I thought we were going to get to see it. I was looking downfield. He had some nice holes opened up. I think SaberCats, one of their most impressive players is the kicker. He has taken that #1 guy of the state plumb out of the game tonight.
Certainly so. 5:10 on a continuous clock. Mingus is going to have to score to get away from the continuous clock here, as they will go trips to the far side. Zabala takes the snap, looking to throw, throws it to the outside. Mingus gets a little bit of a break down the outside and out of bounds as Saria on the reception. Good gain on first down, and it could be just short of a first down. They're going to mark it at the 29-yard line. The swing pass out there. This one, Saria gets the edge, and a good block down there by
Nelson.
Yeah,
it was a nice downfield block by Nelson. He was heads up. Nice little swing pass, move the ball, get outside, get away from them linemen and the linebackers right now.
All right, Mingus trying to put together a drive here. Late in the game, they'll swing pass to the near side, and there goes Tyler Kelly, and Kelly gets a first down as he'll get out to the Mingus Marauder 37-yard line, move the chains with an 8-yard gain.
Nice job right there. Junior Josiah Jacobs saving a touchdown tackle there, number 85 for the SaberCats.
Back-to-back completions out here for Zabala.
Nice to moving the ball. Nice quick 2-step drop and throwing it. Letting his running backs do some action with it.
Tyler Kelly's got 2 receptions in the game. 2 of the 3 for the Mingus Marauders. Chaz Taylor doesn't have a catch yet. Got to get him into the action. Tight formation for the Mingus Marauders. They hand off, and Kelly will dive forward for about a yard on the play.
Attack him there and swing, number 17.
13 carries, 29 yards for Tyler Kelly. He's earned every inch of them, I'll tell you that. 3:15 left to go here in the third quarter. Mingus trailing 45-0 to the 565th team in the nation.
Yeah, last 4-time state champions.
Throw it up over the top, and it is going to be incomplete. As tried to get it to Nelson, the defense tried to cut up underneath, and Zabala had to actually throw it in a different direction to get it past the defense.
Yeah, he was open right in there. Defense kind of put the hands up through it, and he kind of had to change his direction of throw as he was releasing the ball. Didn't quite give Nelson the right opportunity.
3rd and 9, Mingus from their own 38-yard line, trying to get into SaberCat territory for the first time.
Did a nice job here, play calling, trying to get it on the outside and use the athletic ability.
They spread out the defense a little bit. There's the snap, and Zabala looking to throw. He's got to get rid of it, and now he's scrambling. He's running, and he'll get to the 40-yard line, gain a couple. Can't see any reason whatsoever why you would not go for it on 4th down here.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Zabala, stepping up into the pocket and seeing he might as well get a little bit of running room there. That quick defense, though, did close that open hole he had open.
Well, I thought he had 2. They only gave him 1, so Mingus is going to line up to punt on 4th and 8 from their own 39-yard line.
Back is the sophomore, Jacob Pettyjohn.
And the kick is going to go out of bounds right at about the 40-yard line. Now, I saw that one go out between the 40 and the 41-yard line. Let's see where they end up marking this.
Yep, the mountain climber's still moving. I think you got it right. 42, it looks like.
No, I said between the 40 and the 40. Nope. 40 and the 41.
Looks like they're going to 40. You got it.
So the old eyes are still okay.
Yep. Those are the 2 umpire officials there. They were kind of looking at one another, see who was going to win.
Well, they were listening to us, and they said, well, I'm not sure. Was it the 40 or the 41? Let's put it the 40.
Well, we told him we were going to try to do some TV timeouts. Maybe he was looking up here for you.
All right, the SaberCats come out with a rather commanding lead, 45-0.
Looks like they've switched it up a little bit. I see some new players in there.
So coming out for the SaberCats is going to be
number 13.
Tyler Beverett will take over at the quarterback position, and he will keep it himself. He'll try the outside on the option, and Strackle take him down and out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards on the play.
Beverick's a sophomore, 6'2", 195.
So we'll get an opportunity to see the future of Saguaro SaberCats here.
Yeah, receivers have all switched out. Looks like the backfield has too.
Take their time and move the one back from one side to the other side. I guess that changes who gets the ball on this play. And they're going to put a man in motion and go empty, and they hand it off, and Mingus able to capture it. And Sabota in on the tackle, as well as Martinez. And running the ball was number 22. He's going to have to take a break as his helmet's off. So, his helmet was almost over at the Mingus Marauders sideline. Holy cow.
That thing went rolling out there.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah. All right, 7 seconds left here in the quarter. Third quarter does come to a close with the first round of the 4A state playoffs. There we go. Mingus Marauders 15th, trailing the SaberCats 45-0. We'll return after this.
Yes, the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Everett throws the ball on 3rd and 9, completes it, but only completes it for about a half a yard as it was thrown low.
Yeah, number 38 was the intended receiver there. Got it. Short one.
So 1 yard on the reception, and we're going to see something we haven't seen so far. We're going to see a punt.
Yeah, it's going to be Zelp. The kicker is going to be your punter.
And he stands behind the line of scrimmage. Holy cow, 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. As Mingus will have a chance at a return, unless they kick it out of bounds. Takes his time. There's the snap, and there's the punt. It is low and will take a bounce, and will bounce going the SaberCats' way down to the Mingus Marauders 16-yard line, unreturnable with the bounce.
Yes, he did have a nice bounce there. That'd be one that we'd want when you're a punter back there. Yeah, rolled about 20 yards.
And stayed in bounds.
Yes. I wasn't sure if they had to have him kick or the Lewis, the kickoff guy. They both show him as kicker and punter.
Probably have all sorts of different options, huh?
Yes, looks like they've changed up a little bit of the defensive line there for the SaberCats, but they still looks like they have the strength in their swink and number 20 still.
Well, Mingus will come out with 10-20 with a continuous clock going. Fourth quarter, trailing 45-0. There's the snap, and Mingus will run it. A little bit of running room off to the left-hand side. And a yard for Tyler Kelly.
That was a hard-earned yard right there.
Well, they're going to give him 2 yards on the play.
I like watching Kelly. He keeps his feet moving and ducks his head. He doesn't. Takes a couple of them to get him down, though. I haven't seen him get tackled by one person yet.
It's been his mode of operation pretty much all season long. Mingus Marauder offensive line all looking to return. Not a senior in the line for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Here goes Nelson on the sweep. He gets around, puts his head down, and drives forward. He'll get to the 25-yard line and bring up a third and manageable. Third and about 1.
Yeah, it looks like 1 yard. There was a nice run.
1 yard to go.
One of the best sweeps for the Mingus Marauders as he lowers his head and takes a couple of SaberCats backward with him. So 3rd and 1 for the Mingus Marauders.
Yes, he was doing a nice job there. Nice lead blocking down in there.
And Mingus puts a man in motion. Saguaro doesn't jump. And so Mingus will now take a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 8:53 left to go. Fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break with them. 3rd and short when we return to Saguaro High School after this.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Back here at Saguaro High School, 8:53, 3rd and short. Mingus looking to pick up a first down deep in their own territory, down 45-0, and Zabala will take the snap and go to the left side of his center Moreno and pick up the first down, move the chains.
A nice little quick snap right there to him. It was a beautiful play.
Needed 1, got 2. And so the Mingus Marauders do move the chains. Trying to control the ball here a little bit. Need to get on the board. Don't want the goose egg against Saguaro out here in the first round of the playoffs.
That was a nice job blocking in there for that little 1 yarder by Moreno.
Zabala takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got a little pressure, throws downfield, and it is caught by Chaz Taylor. And then taken away. So the interception by number 30 out there.
Jacob Pettyjohn.
Jacob Pettyjohn with an interception. It'll be the SaberCats ball.
I thought for sure Chaz Taylor had that ball.
I thought he had it too, and then when they turned sideways, next thing I know, Pettyjohn had it in his hands and pulled it out.
So the interceptions, the ball had not thrown an interception in quite some time. 3 games without an interception, and that's going to give the ball back to Saguaro, who now has 4 takeaways against the Mingus Marauders.
All right, that was a nice little pass, too, right in there. Just a heck of a play there by the younger Pettyjohn. Looks like we still got some seniors out there in their last game having a little bit of fun.
Burvett comes back out. Number 13.
Marker delay of game against the SaberCats.
Oh, had a flag out there, delayed game.
How do you have a delay a game with a continuous clock? But that's going to make it 1st and 15 from the Mingus Marauder 48-yard line. 1 man in the backfield. Twins to the near side, man in motion. Takes the snap, looking to throw, throws to the near side and overthrows his man. Number 33, the intended receiver out there.
Yes, that was a nice one there, right through his hands there. Number 33, that is Matt Polk. Matt Polk, sophomore. Right through his hands. Looks like they got quite a few sophomores in there right now in the receiving corps.
2nd and 15. 6:25 left to go here in the game. Trips to the near side. With a stop here, Mingus might get the ball back for 1 more possession. Burvett takes the snap and will hand it off. Looking for a lane as the running back. He'll get caught for about a 2-yard run.
Yeah, Israel Benjamin. Lost his helmet earlier, was able to keep it on that time.
They gave him 2 yards on it, so 3rd and 13 for Saguaro. Making mention of the number of juniors coming back for the Mingus Marauders, as well as a pretty significant core of sophomores.
Yeah, Marauders been a young team this year, so that's going to be a nice job. A lot of playoff experience now. A lot of game experience all year.
Young team for a couple of years. Burvett, he's got pressure. Streck came at him, had an opportunity.
Big hit.
The ball is out, and we'll see if the Mingus Marauders recovered it, or no, it's going to be a Saguaro ball. Streck got to the man, and then a forced fumble out there by another Mingus Marauder as the quarterback leaves it out there, and it looked like Hayden forced the fumble, and a big loss here for the SaberCats.
That was a nice job. Big hit right there. Put the hat on the ball.
So a second punt coming up with 4th, and I can't count that high. 4th and almost 30.
A lot of real estate in there. So give the Marauders good field position, hopefully. Zelp had a nice punt last time. Big roll.
So Hayden will get the sack and the forced fumble, and the punt is off, and it might, with the appropriate bounce, be returnable, and Soria's going to let it roll, and it'll roll inside the 20 down to the Mingus Marauder 11-yard line.
He must be living right. He does get a big roll out of all of those punts.
Marauders ball.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
At the 14-yard
Thought we were going to get an opportunity to get a good return there, and instead it hit and rolled.
Sends a big thank you to our team photographers, Joe McAvoy.
Yeah, that never happens to me. What are you trying to say?
Well, you know, well, look, I wouldn't get those extra rolls, that's for sure. Mine would have hit and went back the opposite way. Well, let's see if we can get us a little bit of momentum here with some of our seniors.
Well, Ming is playing for a little bit of pride here. 4:20 left to go. They got the ball at their own 11-yard line. Trying to extinguish the shutout. Zabala takes the snap. There's a pitch going to the outside. Surreal looking for a lane. He gets to the outside, down the sideline. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. And taken down on the sideline as he gets the corner, and the biggest gain for the Mingus Marauders in the game.
Man, that was one heck of a run. He turned that corner, and he turned on the wheels right there. Touchdown saving by junior Timmy Ugaka. Come from the far side. I thought we had them all beat.
59 yards on the run for Soria. The best play from the line of scrimmage for the Mingus Marauders, and the first visit to the SaberCat side of the field. Two receivers on the near side, and here's the pitch coming to the near side, and it's going to be a play pass in the air, and there's going to be a potential touchdown. It is the halfback option from Kelly to Chaz Taylor for 40 yards, and they break up the shutout with 3:09 left to go in the game.
That was a beautiful one right there. He sold it out with the run. Chaz was able to get behind the defender. That was a nice little pass there. Kind of hung up at the end, but that was a nice reach for the end zone right there.
So Tyler Kelly with the touchdown pass to Chaz Taylor, and Nick Bessler, the first one over there to congratulate him. 40 yards on the touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion is going to be thrown into the end zone towards Streck and blocked, and no good. So 45-6, Mingus gets on the board. Do you think the onside kick's coming up? We'll find out when we return after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Halfback option for 40 yards and the touchdown, 45-6. Mingus, I imagine, is setting up for the onside kick. Rodriguez has actually done a pretty decent job with it over the last several weeks. He's got 4 on the near side, 6 on the far side. And there is going to be the pooch punt toward the middle of the field. It'll be picked up at about the 22-yard line, and the SaberCats just lay on the ball there with 2:53 left to go. Now, back to a 39-point lead. That stops the continuous clock. So Mingus could get another opportunity at a offensive possession here.
Yeah, we have a nice little defense stance here. We can get another one. Try some more trick plays. That would be nice to watch. Nice little way out for Tyler Kelly. A nice little throw. Didn't get it running, but he can get a touchdown throw. That's all right to talk to your grandkids about 20, 30 years from now.
No kidding, huh? No kidding. So Mingus does score on the 565th ranked team in the nation. Somehow still in 4A football.
Yeah, you got 60 kids on the sidelines here playing both, moving them in and out. And you got some players. I've been very impressed with their offense.
Oh, this is a phenomenal squad. There's no doubt about it. They are strong all the way through. And there's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. Gets run down from behind and covered up right at the line of scrimmage.
Look like Phelps in there again.
So Beverett with no yardage on the first carry. 2:28 left to go, 2nd and 10. Saguaro with the lead, 45-6. They've got the ball at their own 23-yard line. 2 receivers and a wing to the near side, and quarterback's going to throw. He throws it and throws it low, and no good, but it'll stop the clock. There we go at 2:11. I wasn't sure if they were going to stop the clock.
That was it. Mac Polk was the intended receiver. A little low, incomplete. A nice little pressure on him right there. They kind of brought everybody on that blitz. Put some pressure on him, try to get the ball back.
So Beverett is trying to throw the ball 3 times now. He is 1 for 3 for 1 yard. Back in the backfield, once again, he's got twins both sides. He's going to put a man in motion, shows the potential jet, and runs it up the middle. Hayden will get him on the keeper, and it's a 1-yard 1-yard gain. So that'll bring up 4th and 9. Clock continuing to roll here as the run play will run the clock. So Mingus will get the ball back for another offensive set.
Yeah, might have a minute and a half left or so. We'll see if he gets his roll again here, Mr. Zepp.
Or whether or not Soria gets an opportunity at a return. He yanked off 59 yards on a sweep earlier.
I'd love to see that again. He is set up a little bit deeper than he has been. This might be a good chance to get a return.
There's the snap and the punt. The punt is up. The punt is high. The punt is near side. It takes a bounce at about the 44-yard line. They're going to stop it there. So with 1:18, and they didn't stop the clock. There we go. 1:15. There we go. 1:15 left to go. Mingus will get the ball back with probably the best starting field position they've had all game at their own 43-yard line.
That's a nice little deal right there. That ball was bounced up in the air, and I thought, man, I thought we were going to get a return, but hung up in the air quite a while. See if we can do a little bit more. Looks like he's got some seniors in there, the last little bit of offense.
All right, so Mingus will... I thought they were going to spread it out and go empty. No, they're not. They're going to call Kelly back into the backfield. One receiver both sides. And Zabala steps back, looks to throw. He finds Kelly, gets around the corner. He's at the 50. He's at the 40-yard line, runs over a Sabercat at the 30-yard line. Had an opportunity to go out of bounds and chose not to.
That was a beautiful run. He ran over 2 Sabercats on the way. Broke a tackle there. Look at this hit. Knocks number 30 down and then levels number 12.
A good job by number 12 just hanging on, honestly. That's Brian DeBoard. Clock running close to 50 seconds. Zabala takes the snap, looks to throw, throws. He's got Soria. Soria cuts inside down to about the 22-yard line, and Mingus should call a timeout and chooses not to. The clock continues to roll out there.
Yeah, see if they can line up for at least one more play right here. The seniors are doing good on these last couple plays. See if we can get one more.
Soria with the 8-yard reception out there. Back-to-back completion. Zabala throws the ball, gets it to Nelson. Nelson tries to get to the outside, and he is not going to get out of bounds. He'll get the first down. They'll stop it with 17.5 seconds left to go. As another 9 yards on the reception. Nelson out of the backfield, and Mingus may have time for one more play to get into the end zone. And there's the snap. They throw it downfield. It's tipped up and caught. Touchdown by the Mingus Marauders.
I believe it could be.
It's going to be Chaz Taylor with the reception out there, and that stops the clock with 6.9 seconds left to go, and Mingus puts 12 on the Saguaro Sabercats.
Yeah, beautiful focus by Taylor right there. Ball tips it up, and he was able to keep his eyes on it and bring it down for the touchdown. Been 2 nice catches for Mr. Taylor.
He's got back-to-back receptions for touchdowns. How about that? Yeah. That's a good average.
Quiet all night till the last bit, but that'll add into moving him up in the state rankings.
And there's the snap. The extra point attempt by Rodriguez is up and good. So 45-13, the Mingus Marauders scored twice against Saguaro. We'll go ahead and keep it here. As I imagine the onside, well, would you onside kick at this point?
I think at this point I'd just kick it out, but you know, the Sabercats are planning on that. They brought in some of their good hands people. You got Petty John back in there and a few of the starters back in there just to be safe. Wilson. I think I'd just kick this to the back of the end zone right now.
Well, Rodriguez will get one more kickoff here for the 2017 season, and then Mingus will be coming back with a full slate of sophomores and juniors, although we do want to say adieu to Lucas Sabota, who, by the way, did not come out for summer football. He did not come out for summer football, but he had an admirable excuse. He actually did his boot camp.
Oh, man, that is. I think you can afford to miss that for that part.
Yep. I asked him when he got back to football practice which was harder, and he just chuckled at me.
Yeah, he probably would have had a little more fun at football.
Rodriguez kicks a screwball downfield and taking a knee on the ball is going to be Cuvis out there for Saguaro with 5.3 seconds left to go. Saguaro will get to come out to run a play or take a knee, one of the two. And the Mingus Marauders might see their final defensive play for the 2017 season. 20th Grand Canyon Region Championship.
That is amazing right there.
In 26 years.
You know, they never gave up tonight. That's the good part. They kept fighting all the way to the end right here.
Oh, Mingus Marauder football does not give up. And we've got the victory formation. They don't call the illegal procedure as they moved. They're going to just let the clock run out. So your final score here tonight, the Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard, the first round of the 4A playoffs goes, well, the Saguaro Sabercats way 45-13 over the Mingus Marauders. And we will return for our Giddels High Desert Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning post-game report coming up after this.
Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at RisaTire.com.
If you believe life starts where the blacktop ends, if the power of an engine makes your heart race, don't settle for anything less than Polaris RZR, the ultimate off-road vehicle. With unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, and unmatched agility, all perfectly combined to help you chase down what matters most. Polaris RZR, we fuel your freedom.
Cottonwood Motorsports, located on Route 260 and Western Drive.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born, and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Do you want to make more money? Do you need business solutions at work? Grow your business with as little as $5 a day. Control your message branding. Be an innovator. Engage your customers. Reach new consumers and clients. Join the successful marketing campaigns at Verde Valley TV. We are here for you. Let us build your marketplace presence. Call Helen Gibson today at 928-634-2286. Verde Valley TV, affordable advertising with one quick call.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Welcome to the post-game report, brought to you by Giddels High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialists online at GiddelsHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Jackie Bessler and Carson Sandoval.
Well, Mingus walked in an underdog, and predictions were Mingus was going to lose this one 52-7. Mingus ends up losing 45-13, coming back with 13 points in the fourth quarter, and definitely respect points for the Mingus Marauders.
Yes, it was a great finish, you know. I mean, some nice plays, a lot of hearts, what I saw from the Marauders out there. And the seniors and the juniors will be back next year. It was just a good, hard fight out there at the end, and it was nice to see some touchdowns.
Oh, certainly so. Halftime, the SaberCats were leading 38-0. 3 throwing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a 36-yard field goal with no time left in the first half. And then they piled it on and went into continuous clock with 5:43 left to go in the third quarter. A 9-yard run by Solel as he breaks a couple of tackles and fights his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Zepp was perfect all game long on the extra points. And then finally, with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, Mingus gets on the board, the halfback option. Kelly puts the ball up, and Chaz Taylor has to come back and actually come back to the ball, wait for it, and dives for the end zone for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good, and Mingus was on the ball on the board by a score of 45-6. A defensive stop, and the Mingus Marauders get the ball back. Fourth quarter, just a little bit of time left, less than 17 seconds left to go in the game, and Zabala finds his man downfield, Taylor, with the touchdown catch. The extra point by Rodriguez was good, and your final score here tonight in the first round of the 4A playoffs, 45-6, and lots of other games going on, lots of exciting stuff going on.
Oh, there is. You know, it looks like right now it's in the third quarter. Peoria's 26, Wallgrove 7. So it looks like the Saguaro SaberCats going to be playing the Peoria Panthers.
The Peoria Panthers, yep.
And then Higley, you know, Mingus played him. Higley, they put it on Buckeye, 64-14.
Oof.
It was 36-14 at half. They must have had a second half. And then a good one that I thought was kind of nice, Cactus Shadows 28, Marcos Deniza 7. So Cactus Shadows moves on, and then your number one seat, Sunrise Mountain 43, Apache Junction 3.
Well, Mingus Marauders representing well against the Saguaro SaberCats here, putting 13 points on the SaberCats. And Mingus has had a tough go at it. So they've played number 1, they've played number 2, they've played number 5, number 8. Mingus has had a tough schedule this year, no doubts about it.
They have, and you know every team they played is winning right now. Cactus was up 29-0 over Moon Valley. We have not at the final, but everybody they played is moving on to the next round. So that's pretty exciting that you have a young team that has played that competitive all year long and watching these teams that they've lost to move on. So that you got to be proud of that.
And it's great experience. You know, to be the best, you got to play the best.
Yes, yeah. You can't play weak ones. You see that with some of the other regions that they kind of get in there with those low records just because they're region champion and they get blasted. At least here, they fought and, good year.
Oh, certainly so. First time we've matched up with the SaberCats in their era. In their legacy, they have definitely put together a heck of a program here, and will certainly move on. Expected to be one of the Final Fours. Expected by many to, what is it, 5-peat? I don't even know if there's an English word for that. 5-peat on a state title?
That's it. You know, I guess you can run out of hands on your fingers there, you know, but unless you're a fifth-year senior, you won't get that 5th title. But you know what I mean? Right. I think that's pretty upstanding right there, and you can see it. This field's unbelievable. It's just a nice atmosphere.
Well, the dynasty continues for the SaberCats. The Mingus Marauders, they'll go back and start preparing for next year. Guarantee it, as we'll have a lot of returners. And like I said multiple times, a good sophomore crew still looking for an opportunity. And then a bunch of juniors that will be playing for their senior year. And this is the experience they need. They need to be able to come out and go, okay, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
This is what it takes to go through and get to that title game, no doubt. We're going to take a break here in our post-game show, brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. And we'll return to Saguaro High School coming up after this.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 13 years in a row in Cottonwood and 9 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Are you looking for a different approach to healthcare? A place where excellent care is combined with kindness and compassion? If so, welcome to Spectrum. At Spectrum, our approach to healthcare is positively different. From primary care to pediatrics, our staff is dedicated to one thing: you. As a leader in integrated care in Arizona, we treat the whole person because we think everyone deserves to feel better. Spectrum Healthcare, for mind, for body, for all of you.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettles High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel. The perfect place to eat. The perfect place to party. The perfect place to laugh. The perfect place to bowl. The perfect place to play.
Back here at Saguaro High School, home of the SaberCats, we want to thank our friends at Gettles High Desert Mechanical for sponsoring our post-game show. 567-2200, 567-2200. I know it's absolutely gorgeous now, but it's going to get cold. And now is not the time to figure out that your furnace is not up to snuff here.
No, it might be warm down here in Phoenix, but up there in Cottonwood area in the Verde Valley, you better get the heater working.
Well, your fall and now winter tune-up, and the best place to go for your winter demands, Gettles. Call them here today. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, heating, cooling, and Plumbing, by the way, and they will take care of all of your needs. Let's run through some final stats out here tonight for the victorious SaberCats. Well, I'll tell you what, Massengale is as advertised out here tonight as he ends up, 17 for 21, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kelly had that interception, by the way.
Nice job there.
Pettyjohn, his favorite receiver, with 196 yards and 2 touchdowns, 90 yards on the ground, 313 in the air, 403 here for the victorious SaberCats, number 2 in 4A and in the top 550. Probably now in the nation. Antoine Zabola here tonight did a pretty decent job. Got picked off once here in the game and ended up 7 for 12, 80 yards and 1 touchdown. And he got the touchdown very late in the game. Tyler Kelly here on the ground, 15 carries, 58 yards, and had a throwing touchdown. His favorite receiver, Taylor, 2 receptions, 48 yards. And 2 touchdowns in the game. So that was pretty effective and efficient, don't you think?
Yeah, nice little finish for him, and he had some great job receiving and good focus out there on that last one to tip and catch it for the end zone.
234 yards of total offense for the Mingus Marauders, and coming up tomorrow, youth football will have some great games for you on the 4th of November at Mingus Union High School.
Yes, you know, the Mighty Mites, it's all Cottonwood. You got the Cottonwood Lobos and the Cottonwood Marauders playing for the championship in the Mighty Mites, along with Prescott Valley Hitman and the Baghdad going for 3rd and 4th. After that, for 3rd and 4th in the minors, Chino Valley and Camp Verde, and the big game, PV Hitman and Baghdad. And then for the majors, you do got Cottonwood Lions and Flagstaff playing for 3rd and 4th place. And then the championship will be Wickenburg against PV Hitman.
Well, that'll be a good game, no doubts. Want to say adieu to some of our seniors out here. Offensive player to the game, I got to go with Tyler Kelly, one of our seniors, threw for a 40-yard touchdown, ran for 58 yards, and actually had a pick as well.
Yes, he had a good game, and I mean, that kid lowered his head down, and to the end, when he ran over those 2 SaberCats, that was just a great finish. You got to give it to him.
Defensively, Cole Phelps had a fantastic game. Once again, another senior for the Mingus Marauders. Hayden had a forced fumble out there, which was phenomenal. And want to say adieu to Martin Soria as he will go on. Tyler Kelly, Cole Phelps, Justin Link could not play in this game because of a broken foot. Another phenomenal senior. Love that kid. Skylar Waynick, Graham Robertson had a broken foot all season long, didn't play. Lucas Sabota will go on to defend our country. Marcos Valenzuela and French Laura rounds out the seniors for the Mingus Marauders. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up our 4A division round 1 playoff game. Want to thank Rich back in the studio keeping us on the air with KYBC. John stayed with graphics. Ryan Nichols, our producer out here. Camera people, Abby Kwiatkowski, Joey Kwiatkowski, and Steve Endicott. And Bob Ware, thank you so much for joining me out here tonight
thank you.
At Scottsdale Saguaro. We will bid you adieu, and we will see you next season. Same channels here, KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Good night, everybody.
This has been the post-game report, brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical, heating, AC, and plumbing specialist. Online at GettlesHDM.com. We'll return next week for exciting Mingus Marauder football action on AM 1600 and 96.3 FM KYBC. Online at MyRadioPlace.com or Verde Valley TV Cable 1 Channel 56 Suddenlink Channel 2.
Do you want to make more money? Do you need business solutions at work? Grow your business with as little as $5 a day. Control your message branding. Be an innovator. Engage your customers. Reach new consumers and clients. Join the successful marketing campaigns at Verde Valley TV. We are here for you. Let us build your marketplace presence. Call Helen Gibson today at 928-634-2286. Verde Valley TV, affordable advertising with one quick call.